Oh, man. What, 2 hours away, Froggy? 2 hours away from right now. Welcome, folks. Dude, would you please? I've got festered.
Ew. Button your shirt, dude.
Festered Chester. I've got festered.
Either unbutton it all the way or button it up.
No. Do
yeah,
not.
let it go, baby.
Do not. Oh, my God.
One more.
Stop.
Well,
Stop. Stop.
Oh, man.
I can see side boob.
Andrew, tell me you've got Fester's camera on.
Oh, please, look at that.
Andrew, yes. Oh, my God. Please.
I tell you, man.
Dude, that is just.
That's how my dad wears his shirts.
right?
I mean, it's all about comfort.
That's repulsive is what that is. Come on.
Let me get these
gold
Button
buttons.
up. I was complaining about like one button too low, and then Fester's goaded on by Froggy to open up like all of his buttons on his ridiculous Hawaiian print button-down shirt today.
Did you see the picture online of like a Ford dealer? You know how you buy a car from a dealership, they take a picture of the customer in front of the car, and it's this guy with his lovely wife, and he's just like an old man standing there with no shirt on.
Ew.
And he's like, it's just a pair of dirty khaki.
What?
How can you buy a car with no shirt?
Hold on. Why would I just stumble across this and happen to see this?
Because we're all online a lot. We're all exposed to a lot of material.
So you're saying this is something that went viral?
I saw maybe in the last week, like a guy standing in front of like Fairway Ford or something.
I missed that. Where? What location? What city?
I didn't investigate.
Come on, these are facts I need to know.
Well, I didn't think I'd be compared to this guy because
Spencer, your voice sounds a little weird. Is your thing creeping up again?
What's going
No,
on?
my voice sounds fine.
No, I don't
I feel
know.
fine.
Well, you had a little bit of a...
You're sloshing a little bit.
You had a little bit of slosh. I noticed it also, but I was going to let it slide.
Not me, buddy.
So,
I pointed out.
Also, hold on. There's like a tear on your left. There's like a weird wet spot on the side. Dude, are you okay? Did you sleep in the parking lot last night?
I woke up in my bed. Woke up at 5:28. And
that would be a little late.
Yeah, so it's a...
Since you live in Lutz.
Yeah, it is
and we're in St. Pete.
In this time of day, it's exactly a 28-minute drive.
Right.
So I had 3 minutes from the bed to the car.
Unless you follow the California Closets van. Well, have you seen him lately? Is he like totally abiding by the rules of the road or what?
So after we talked about the California Closets guy driving like a maniac, I saw him one more time.
And he was driving like a model citizen, right?
Like a saint.
Like a saint.
Like if Jesus got his driver's license, that's how he was driving.
Like the Pope ought to invite him to the Vatican.
Yes.
Right.
New driver for the Pope mobile.
Right.
You've done it, California Closets guy.
All right.
All right. No, I feel fine. You know, I earlier in the week, I had an enlarged tonsil.
Enlarged
that's
tonsil.
what it is.
You know, the tonsil, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what a tonsil is.
Well,
it's in the back of your throat.
I had to look it up.
Both sides, right?
What's that little speed bag in the middle of your throat?
That's called the uvula.
Okay, so my uvula was inflamed.
Yeah.
And that took a day or two. I think I'm still having to...
It's like it takes a little while for your voice to warm up and get comfortable.
No, but I heard the same thing, Frog. You know, I was going to let it pass, but you had said a word early on when we opened up the show about 3 minutes ago, and it was a weird, like a sloshy essy sound, which you don't do very often. And then your shirt is buttoned down. You got some kind of wet spot on your eye. I mean, I'm like, what is going on with you this morning?
It's just one of several wet spots. But listen, I'm a hot mess this morning, but I'm here for the party. I could not miss today. I sat up in bed. I'm like, I should call. I can't call in today.
Hold on, you were going to call in today?
So
That's not like you.
Well, I know. I mean, I was like, oh man, I'm late. I'm going to be late. He's going to give me crap. I was like, wait, today is Hal Lines or Hal Headlines? Hal Herman Headlines?
Yeah.
I was like,
this is the official music for Hal Herman Headlines, which debut at 8 o'clock this morning. So right after the Cash Kitty at 8 o'clock. So I can't think of any cheesier 1980s news music, and that's Hal Herman. Did you work in the 80s? Were you at Wavy TV 10 in
Hal's not here. How are you going to talk to Hal?
I'm sorry.
I got news about Hal.
I'm sorry, Frog.
He got nervous when we were talking about the bit, so he's like, He's
now he's canceling on us?
No. He goes, Froggy, I'm going to go to the bar and have a couple and relax. So I don't know how he's going to condition. Because I know when he's the kind of guy, when he has one, he can't have not one more.
Does Hal Herman just drink, or does he smoke pot as well?
Oh, my God, no. He's just a drinker.
I highly doubt that.
He's a functioning alcoholic, as they call it.
Hal Herman with news headlines. It debuts this morning around 8 o'clock right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So it's me, it's Fester, it is Froggy, and no Roxanne again today. Roxanne apparently doing some kind of girls' weekend thing, so I guess we'll find out about girls' week. She's been quiet.
Usually have a good time.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me tell you about Roxanne. Typically, Roxanne has really obsessive, compulsive FOMO. And even when she's out, it's like, you can call me. It's like, I think she's afraid of losing her place on the show or something. Oh. Because when she's out, she's always when she's, on vacation, hey, you can call me if you want to call me on the show, if you want to. And this time, nothing. I'm talking crickets. Zero, zilch, nada. I haven't heard a thing. So typically it'd be, hey, if you want to call me on the show on Thursday, or hey, if you want to call me Friday morning, nothing. It has been radio silence. So it's going to be interesting to see what the hell's going on. All right, busy show today. Cash Kitty, obviously, at 8 o'clock. That's the first one of the morning. Your chance to grab $1,000. It's $5,000 a day because we give away $1,000 5 times a day with our national contest. So the Cash Kitty will make its appearance again about 8 o'clock. We got a pretty busy show. Oh, there's an update on that Instagram famous lady. We're starting to get a little more detail. The lady that melted down on the American Airlines flight. And
her again?
Instagram. She's back again.
Are we going to be able to put a bow on it? Are we done with her?
Well, I don't know. I got a feeling this is the story it's just going to keep on giving. That's so what I think. It's gonna. And I've got a mystery item that showed up in the studio this morning. I don't know what the hell this is. I'll show it on MJ TV next. We're loaded on a Friday. We're going to wrap up the week in high style on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Pat's got traffic. Back in a minute.
Friday.
right. You got the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. I'm just in the middle of this conversation here. I got Fester and Froggy are talking. All right, first, all right. It is 6:19.
Can I just say allegedly?
Hang on a minute. 6:19, MJ Morning Show. It's Q105 Friday morning. Hey, folks, 90% of this show, I have no idea what the hell's going to happen at any given minute. And this is a perfect example right here. So I'm just kind of still getting things all set up. I'm just going through, all my preparation for the show. I'm trying to, figure out where to slot stuff because I like to do that sort of close to the last minute. I like to feel the vibe of the show and the flow, and I kind of traffic cop all of the content items kind of as I go. I kind of put things, and I'm sitting here, I'm just kind of putting things together. I'm running around, laying out my crap here, and I'm listening to a conversation that Fester and Froggy are having here. First of all, Fester, would you please pronounce the name of the restaurant/bar that you were just referring to?
Yeah, it's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Velarde's. This is a Mexican restaurant, Velarde's.
It's not Vallarta, it's Vallarta. It's like Puerto Vallarta. It's not Vallarta. You don't pronounce the L's. You don't pronounce the double L's as L. It's not Vallarta.
I think they turn into a Y.
It's not Vallarta's. It's
Vallarta's.
VALL.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Pat, come around this
How are you?
Come around Roxanne's microphone.
He doesn't know what we're talking about.
Fancy seeing you here.
Pat actually has news to report.
All right, wait a sec. Pat, wait a minute. This is coincidental.
So while we're going into this segment, Pat sends me a text about some breaking news that I know you're going to be interested in, MJ.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote to him, come down now.
Oh, man.
Coincidentally,
All right.
the whole onion is going to unfold.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right, so
Hey,
wait
Pat.
a minute. So the conversation that you were just having, Pat doesn't know about this. So hold on. Pat George, our traffic guy.
Put my makeup on.
Pat, yeah, really. Yeah, Pat is sitting in Roxanne's seat right now.
Hey, buddy.
So Pat, why did you need to come down with some breaking news on the MJ Morning Show?
Because Lucan's is on fire in Oldsmar.
What?
You heard me. Lucan's second alarm fire right now in Oldsmar.
What? So
Oh, I love Lucan's.
So do I.
Lucan's Liquors in Oldsmar. Currently, Pinellas County has several fire trucks.
Yeah.
So
different
this-
agencies. It's a 2-alarm fire right now.
Okay.
This is Oldsmar.
Within the last hour.
So what?
yes, it's
What
going on
road?
right now.
What
On
road is
Curlew
it?
Road.
It's on Curlew and Oldsmar. Holy crap! Really?
I thought you'd be interested in that.
Yeah, because we know Chris.
They're our buddies.
Yeah, Lucan's. We did the whole giveaway for the Mark Wahlberg tequila deal.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man. Wow. All right. So we'll have to follow this.
So Pat has news about alcohol,
Right. And
and we were just talking, Pat, about
right.
how.
all right. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
So Fester.
Yes.
The name of the Mexican place is not Vallarta's.
It's Vallarta.
It's
Vallarta's.
It's Vallarta. Look, Pat was quickly
Vallarta's.
yeah. Pat was quickly poised to correct you as well. All right, now Froggy, can you please? I realize this might be a little difficult.
Oh, it's not difficult. I love Pat.
all right, hold on, it might be uncomfortable, but I need you to repeat exactly what I overheard a few minutes ago. Just blurt out what you said.
Exactly what I said.
Yes, blurt out exactly what you said.
I believe I was talking to you, Pat, about this, and that you like to go to Vallarta's and get shit tanked.
Oh, dude, did you?
You said exactly.
Dude, I just had to dump that.
You said exactly.
That's exactly what he said.
You can't say that on the air.
Verbatim, that's what he said.
You can't say.
Why do you think I asked you so many times? You said exactly how I said it.
He is following directions.
You can't say bleep tanked on the air.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My God.
I mean,
oh my.
in a news context, that was a direct quote.
I know.
That was
geez,
exactly
dude,
what
I-
he said.
So, folks, if the audio just sounded herky-jerky,
Oh, my God.
I had to push the dump button, which erased 5 seconds of the show off of 104.7. Now, if you're watching MJTV or if you're listening on the stream, hey, Andrew, does the stream get dumped or the stream does not get dumped?
It does not.
Does not.
Stream does not get dumped. All right, so Andrew, I guess you can let that live on the podcast as well. You don't have to bleep it on the pod. So,
You said exact quote,
Yeah,
bro.
but-
And I think me and Pat were talking about that because I enjoy doing that as well.
Obviously, you can't just blurt out.
I'm new to this radio thing. I don't know.
Okay, so what about Vallarta's?
Well,
great
no,
place.
because they were having a conversation that
Right.
you like going to Vallarta's and
Every Friday.
and getting bleep face.
Oh, it's
Happy
on
hour.
Friday.
It's on Friday.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's today.
Well, you know what? I've moved my location due to Latin Heritage Month.
Right.
I want to spread it around, so I'm going to Gran Hacienda on Sheldon Road today.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're not going to Vallarta's today? You're going
Not
to
today.
You're
Gran
going to
Hacienda.
Gran or Grande?
No, it's Gran.
Gran Hacienda.
Hacienda, yes.
What do you do there? Just chill?
I enjoy happy hour. I like margaritas, but I go in an Uber. I go in an Uber
There
and
you
I come
go.
back in an Uber.
I need an ISO of that. I like margaritas.
Who doesn't?
After you do the tag, and I'm Pat George with traffic, I'm just going to start playing, and I like margaritas.
Yeah. Do you know how many radio people go with me from this building?
Yeah, he's invited me 100 times.
Right.
He goes every Friday, and he has like a
Wow.
he holds court.
Yeah,
you have
we
a
do.
crew, right?
Right. And the funny thing about it is we play music outside on the patio.
Right.
And if anyone complains, they go into the manager, and the manager says he's not turning it down.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that's right. You like DJ outside. You
No,
play
we don't
music.
DJ. We just have a speaker and everybody picks music.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
And when Mason comes, Mason shows up a lot.
All right.
Mason comes, we have to listen to Generation 80s.
Are you serious?
Hey, play my show.
Mason.
Mason Dixon, B105.
You blast that at Vallarta's when he walks up.
No,
when Mason walks into Vallarta's.
Mason
can I tell you a funny story?
B105.
Oh, you need headphones, bro.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you a funny story about that.
Yep.
He came on a Friday.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, you know that song that we play? You know, Friday. He goes, I want you to get that ready.
You mean a Friday song?
No.
So right at Friday, he's at the
What
table.
do you mean, like working for the weekend?
Yes. And two people walk by and they look over him and they go, is that the Mason Dixon song? And he goes, is that Mason Dixon? I go, yeah. He goes, why is he not on the radio right now? And we were doing the Friday cheer right there on the patio
that's
at Vallarta's.
incredibly awkward.
Are you wanting us to come, or are you trying to get us not to come? I don't know what you're doing here, Patty. Friday, everybody's working for the weekend.
Yeah, come on, let's crank it.
Friday.
I'll take 2 burritos, please. Will you guys shut up?
Hey, Pat, how many margaritas deep are you right now?
Oh, about 4.
Pat has a cowbell.
All right.
Thank
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks,
All right.
Pat.
Hey, if there's any more information about Lukens, please tell us right away.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's
that's
crazy.
well, you know what? We have to call maybe Chris Jallo later this morning and see what's going on because Lucan's family. I love Lucan's. I've great wine selection, great whiskeys and everything.
I know the Mark Wahlberg appearance was pretty hot, but
Well, that was the new South Tampa store, which is just south of 275 on Dale Mabry. So, all right, Froggy, when I say on the air, tell me, you got to filter out the curse word. It doesn't mean blurt out the profanity.
I already forgot about
which is
that.
not permitted. All right, so I've got a little bit of a mystery here. 627 MJ Morning Show. And, typically things will show up in a radio studio and they make sense. Meaning, oh, yeah, that's a part to this is that. Or, somebody leaves something. There's just usually an explanation. This was sitting right in front of the control board, with all the little knobs and all the little faders to turn mics up and down and all the buttons and everything. And, the controller that I have, like to play, like stuff like this, I can make it lower or I can make it louder,
Yeah, we know how it works.
Yeah, so that's how. So I walk in this morning and this large black rubber gasket is just sitting on the control board.
That's an O-ring.
What is this? Well, an O-ring or a gasket?
gasket,
I mean,
yeah.
the same thing, essentially.
You know what that is?
What-
I think that's
what-
supposed to be on.
What is this?
I think it's supposed to be on this.
What?
Oh,
All right. Oh, but what is this?
I don't know, but it looks
okay,
like it fits.
Hold on. So that is, it's not mine.
Does it fit? Wrap it around. I think it's the O-ring for the water, so it doesn't leak.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, you're right. It goes on It
It's
goes
not
on this
mine.
clear piece here. I'm holding it up on MJTV.
You know, Yeti cups are those metal or aluminum
Oh, it does.
insulated cups.
Now the rest where it is, I don't know.
So the gasket, this is a cap. It says Polar Camel.
Okay, I've not heard of.
What the hell's a Polar Camel?
Well, it's a brand of cup, and that's the lid.
So why would there just be a lid to
Dude,
a-
there's all kinds of random stuff. Look what's in here today.
What is this? What is this? There's a number 12. Is this a pool? But it's too small for a pool ball.
No, that's a pool ball.
This is a regulation. This feels a
Yeah.
little small for a pool ball.
That's a billiard ball, yeah.
Are you serious?
Don't you just want to throw it
Hold
at
on.
Fester's head?
Why the hell is there a billiard ball in here?
This studio is no. You found a needle in here.
Oh, that's
What?
right. I did. I found.
Taped on the wall.
I found 2 syringes on
Yeah.
the floor. You're right.
What are you talking about? We find all kinds of weird crap in here.
Man, this place is just—it's bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's like a Twilight Zone.
620. Man, why are fires in the wrong place? You know, I'm
real.
sad to hear that there might be a little fire issue at Lucan's location this morning, and if anything needs to be, kind of torched and rebuilt, it's the studio. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
For real.
All right, 6:29 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. When we get back, I have a spectaculated, curated Morons in the News pile. So we'll get to that next on a busy Friday morning. It's the MJ Morning Show. Hal Herman with news headlines. Former TV news anchor Hal Herman. All right, it's Froggy's character.
He's excited to show his stuff.
Yeah, making his debut with Hal Herman's news at about 8 o'clock this morning. So hang on. Early Morons in the News. We'll get to it next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Air conditioning. It is 6:39 at the MJ Morning Show, and of course this could mean only one thing. Time for the early edition of Morons in the News on the MJ Morning Show. And if this sounds familiar, this was used in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I think a recent beer commercial, actually. An electronic rendition of Joy from, I think, the 1970s, actually. But that was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Thank you for that very timely reference.
Thank you very much.
Movie that came out 15 years ago.
I think more than that.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. All right, so early Morons in the News. Check the backseat of your car, folks. This is just a little hot tip from the MJ Morning Show. A woman was accused of hiding in her ex's backseat before attempting to kill him in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
My God. I mean, it's sort of the stuff that, like, nightmares are made of, you know, and how many times has this been like a horror movie theme or some kind of movie theme where, you know, a woman comes out of work, it's late at night, goes to her car in the parking lot, and, you know, somebody's in the back seat. You know,
the head just pops up.
Typically, it's a stranger, you know, if that scenario plays out. But in this case, nope. A woman in Jefferson County, Pennsylvania. It's Brooksville, actually, but it's not our Brooksville here in the Tampa Bay area. No. This woman's been accused of hiding in her ex-boyfriend's back seat and then attacked him with a knife.
Wow.
While he was leaving for work. I mean, so this is, it kind of fulfills, the script of numerous horror or,
It's awful.
drama-filled movies. Yeah, according to court documents, Paige Nicole Lander, 23 years old. That's not really a good way to start your life as a young adult, is it?
No.
23 years old. Was arrested late last week, charged with attempted murder of her ex-boyfriend. Listen, hey, Paige, let it go. Just let it, Paige. Come on, let it go. There are other fish in the sea, Paige.
Maybe not
Just
in Brooksville, Pennsylvania.
let it go.
Turn to the next page.
Yeah,
Paige.
there you go.
You like that?
That's great there, Froggy. All right, so the criminal complaint notes that the investigation's ongoing and only outlines sufficient probable cause to take her into custody. According to the complaint, police were alerted that Lander was unreachable, maybe suicidal. While searching for Landers, troopers were called to a home where they found a man who was stabbed multiple times.
Oh.
The victim later told police that he and Lander had dated for a few months, then broke up. He allegedly said that she would message him to the point where he had to start blocking her. She sounds like just a psychomaniac.
I follow this guy on YouTube who has an abusive ex-girlfriend, and his whole page is just voicemails from her. Dude, this might be her.
The number of crazy YouTube channels that you follow, man.
Oh, it's great. But she calls, it's like crazy. It's like 26, 27-minute video, and it's her calling within that, like 100 times over and over and over. I'll kill you. I'll find you. I'll kill your family.
Oh, my God. So he alleged that she would message him to the point where he had to start blocking her. According to his account of the story, he was leaving work and backing out of the driveway when he noticed Lander's vehicle blocking the way. Lander then popped up from the back seat. I mean, this is like a... I mean, it's like a freaking...
Oh, my God.
Cue the psycho music, man.
Yeah, the Psycho X pages are out there. Have you seen the one where the woman jumps on top of the car and the guy shuts the door on her arm and her arm is locked in and he drives away and she's stuck on top?
My God.
Yeah, it's awesomeness.
Cue that she pops up from the back seat with a knife.
That is like psycho. It's really psycho.
We could obviously go to the psycho boyfriend or girlfriend phones, but this is the stuff that nightmares are made of. So she pops up from the back seat. She was wearing a white hockey mask as well. No, I'm kidding. That's not true. I just added that. Man, that would add a little more drama to it, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And what if it went?
But instead of the white mask, she wears the modern goalie hockey mask, the really big one.
With the whole airbrushed one.
With all the airbrushed bright colors on
Yeah.
them? Is that it? Oh, man.
You can barely see out of it.
The complaint shows that he was able to get out of the car and was worried that Paige would finish the job.
You think?
But she ran to her vehicle and drove away. Man, that's just nuts. Psycho exes, man. Dated for a couple of months. Hey, Paige, let it go. Come on.
I'd like to hear Paige's side of the story.
Yeah, I mean, there's always two sides.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Poor Paige. I feel bad for her.
So, what do you mean you feel bad for Paige?
She sounds sweet.
Get out of here.
She's really invested in her relationships.
There's a story out of Lakeland, and, this is a problem. Do you know when, homes are being built, whether it's a one-off or whether it's a whole development of homes? Do you know something that's happened across the country? It's happened repeatedly here in the Tampa Bay area. So homes are being built. Let's just say you've got a development. You got a whole bunch of homes that are being built, dozens and dozens of homes. What is an issue that has involved law enforcement on many of an occasion?
I mean, obviously theft of
Yep.
like copper or like
hey,
HVAC
Yeah,
lines.
you're on to the right track there, buddy.
Where you put in windows one day or you put in doors and they come out and they're off the next day.
There has been a major problem with theft of copper, air conditioning units, appliances.
Yeah.
And I saw a story out of Lakeland. Channel 8 had this about thieves were getting ready to strip a newly renovated home for sale of its major appliances. A neighbor saw something suspicious, called the cops. Guess what? See something, say something. So these morons busted. Yeah, this is from the Lakeland Police Department. Get to know your neighbors. It's a very good thing. You can watch out for them. They can watch out for you, said the public information officer, Stephanie Kerr, who's with the Lakeland Police Department. According to police, a neighbor noticed a suspicious vehicle at this home at 4:30 in the morning. Heard glass break. I think we have that actual sound of the glass breaking. Yeah, there you go, right there.
Live from the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw people stealing from one of my neighbor's house, but I don't like the person. You know the big at my beach estate. You know the big house across the street.
Hold on,
Yeah.
at your beach estate.
Yes.
So the plot of property where there's like a 1940s house.
Yes.
Next to it's the smartest investment in all of our.
It's like a mansion, right? It's
Yeah.
like humongous.
Yeah, okay.
And people were stealing from it. And
Not your place.
No, my place is little.
Yeah.
But across the street.
No, hold on. But who owns that place?
My family.
The family.
Yeah.
But who holds the so here's the deal. Froggy's family.
Oh God, you got to get into this.
Well, hold on. Froggy's family has this place. It's an old house, but it's
They
on
have numerous properties.
It's on a really nice chunk of land over at Reddington Shores, or where is it?
Yeah, Reddington, Indian Shores, and my great
hold on,
grandfather.
what's the name of the where is it?
Reddington Shores, right
But
off.
you just said Indian Shores.
Well, it's basically right next.
Right.
It's the same.
Okay, all right.
My grandfather purchased that land for $1,500, and you could have got right on the beach for $3,000, and he said, "Nah, I don't want that."
Oh man!
Could you imagine that?
I'll take 25 feet back.
But still, that plot of land is worth a lot of money,
we got
right?
Two of them right next to each other.
Hold on, you guys have two chunks of land,
Yeah.
but your grandfather refused to buy the wouldn't buy the Gulf Front property.
Listen, it's okay. Let the big houses get knocked down first because he got
All right.
a great spot.
Yeah, well, these mansions are popping up everywhere, and I was outside
Yeah,
drinking.
when are you guys going to sell out and sell that land?
Well, listen.
Or when are you going to build the Froggy mansion there then?
Well, that might be in the works.
Okay.
Listen, so I was
Yeah.
drinking wine and getting hammered, and I saw people like rummaging through their stuff, and I'm like, because they had ACs just sitting out there, all kinds of big stuff. And
This is a house under construction, right?
yeah. And then the next day, there was like cops there, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if I saw something. But I didn't.
But did you say that you don't like them, the
No,
neighbors?
I don't. No.
So you didn't call the you saw something suspicious and
Yes.
you didn't call the police?
No, I did not.
Dude,
And I did
you
not
are-
get involved.
You are the worst citizen and the
I ain't no
worst.
snitch.
You're the worst neighbor. Come on. Oh, what? Snitches get stitches?
No, because every time they like to park in front of my place, yeah. You know what? What comes around goes around.
Yeah, exactly. When your place is being robbed, they're not going to call the cops for you.
Listen,
That's what's going to come
the
around.
whole expression is see something, say something if you don't hate those people.
See?
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
the whole expression.
No,
I'm not
People
going to say
short-
nothing if you're a jerk
Yeah.
to me.
No, it's not.
I'll say something for my friends. If I see
Yes.
Froggy getting
All right.
robbed, I'll say something.
Good riddance.
All right, it is 6:49 at the MJ Morning Show. 6:49. When we get back, I have a very unique way to get rid of patrons at Halloween Horror Nights. So,
I love these stories.
This is crazy. Listen, so you've got Halloween Horror Nights or various Halloween themed things that happen at like Universal Hollywood, Universal Orlando, Busch Gardens does. There was at Howlow Scream.
All the theme
Right,
parks
so
have something, yeah.
when it's time to close down the park and you still got a whole bunch of adults doing the whole Halloween thing, and how do you get them out of the park? Wait till you hear this threat to get people out of the park when the Halloween Horror Night was ending for the evening. Hold on. I'll get to that next. First up, when we get back on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, please stand by. Fester and Froggy. Roxanne is back on Monday after some kind of, I don't know, girls' weekend. I don't know. She's doing something. I guess we'll find out if there's anything spectacular story-wise on Monday's show. But she hasn't checked in. She hasn't even emailed. Typically, she's like, hey, I'm available via email if you want to talk to me, anything you want. And nothing. Just crickets out of Roxanne. But she's back on Monday. Oh, when I was telling the appliance theft story, and I've got the Halloween Horror Nights thing, let me just clean one thing up here, folks. When I was telling the appliance theft story, what got me sidetracked? What you guys brought up something?
Froggy saw his neighbor getting robbed and just sat there. And then I said, see something, say something if you don't think the guy's a total jerk or something like that.
Yeah, Froggy, worst neighbor ever. Froggy.
Oh, please.
Froggy saw his neighbor getting robbed and doesn't do anything. Doesn't call nothing.
One time I went to visit Froggy at his house, and he was literally taking down the community watch sign.
That's right.
Yeah,
I don't believe in it.
He's like,
I think it's a bunch of Karens. It's a Karen immunity.
What?
It's a Karen thing.
So I missed.
That didn't work.
Because you distracted me, and I missed some of the important parts of the appliance theft story. And if you missed this is in Morons in the News a few minutes ago. It happened in Lakeland, and Channel 8 had a report about a suspicious vehicle was noticed at 4:30 in the morning. This is at a neighborhood in Lakeland. So this neighbor sees the suspicious car, then hears glass break, and the thieves tried to rip off all the appliances. So there were wires dangling out of the wall. The thieves tried to steal the refrigerator, washing machine and dryer, the stove, the microwave, but then fled when police arrived. This is Lakeland police. And this is a home that's under construction. So listen to this. According to the public information officer with the Lakeland police, the suspects trying to rip off the appliances at 4 o'clock in the morning, then drive directly toward the Lakeland officer. They drove directly for her car. So the thieves are trying to ram the Lakeland responding police officer, strike the driver's door of the police car with their front bumper, then fled. The officer's leg was pinned against her cruiser. What the hell? Anyway, these morons, they later crashed into a utility pole fleeing. And it's James Williams, 26, and Jimmy Robinson, 33, were arrested. Both were from Orlando.
Wow.
Yeah, rolling into Lakeland to rip off appliances under while a home was under construction. So there you go. All right, when I saw this, I laughed. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this particular individual. So Halloween Horror Nights, which is a staple, Universal does Halloween Horror Nights, and is it Busch Gardens? They do Howl O Scream, right?
Yes.
Okay, and these have been going on for as long as I can remember. These are like a couple of decades old. At least 20 years on these events. Forever.
Maybe as long as I can remember as an adult.
Perennial events, Halloween events at the theme parks. So at Universal Studios Hollywood, I don't know if it's every night or if it's just weekend nights, but they're open till 2 a.m. So like Halloween revelers, even though it's like September and Halloween's over a month away, they get it. I think Halloween Horror Nights start in April.
MJ, I'm amazed how in the last, 10 years, Halloween has just taken up a quarter of the year.
Well, listen, the Halloween crap was already in stores back in August.
We just went to Spirit Halloween. It was great.
Yeah. So here's how they do it at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood. I don't know if they do the same thing in Universal Orlando, but they're trying to get people out of the park. It's 2 a.m. They're trying to shut things down. They got to do cleanup. They got to do shutdown.
Yeah, they got to open the next day for it to be a theme park.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch of drunk folks that won't leave Halloween Horror Nights. So what do? They get on the PA system and make this announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Listen.
Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood is now closed.
All right, so Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood is now closed. Listen.
Really? Rides are closed, maze is closed, nothing is open.
So rides are closed, everything, nothing is open. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's time to leave. Get the hell out, folks.
No reason to stay here anymore.
Listen.
Go home. Okay, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Okay.
We only have 7 hours to work ready tomorrow. Place than this.
Hang on.
Quite frankly, you guys are busy. Look, hit the bricks, take a hike.
Hit the bricks, take a hike.
Oh, my God.
All right, wait a minute. Here comes the threat. And I've got the whole statement. I can read the whole thing to you here in a second.
Belongings of your drunken friends and get the hell out. Or we start playing Taylor Swift and full volume.
All right, so get out or what you just missed. I've got the whole script. I'm going to read
Get the hell out.
it. Yeah, say, get out or we'll start playing Taylor Swift at full volume.
Oh, the most famous artist in the world right now that everybody loves.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Now listen, you want to get me to turn around? Please shake it off.
Not everybody.
Whatever, you like her.
So here's the actual verbiage of what was captured on that. It's not the best audio. Ladies and gentlemen, Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Hollywood is now closed. The rides are closed. Mazes are closed. Nothing is open. There's no reason to stay here any longer. Go home. Okay, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. We only have 7 hours to get the park ready for tomorrow. The place is a mess. Quite frankly, you guys are pigs. Look, hit the bricks, take a hike, gather your belongings and your drunken friends, and get the hell out. Or we start playing Taylor Swift at full volume. We're not screwing around with you. Leave already. Oh, thank you for visiting Halloween Horror Nights.
That's funny.
That's great stuff.
should have you cut the script.
What? Say it again?
They should have you be the voice guy.
Man.
Give it a little more animation.
All right, so was that a real Universal employee on the park PA system?
No.
Or did somebody when you can
They probably really play that every night. What are you talking about?
you think they play that every night?
I'm sure. Because we used to go to Halloween Horror Nights every year when I was in college and high school.
But do they get irreverent with some of the announcements during Halloween Horror Nights?
Maybe it's evolved into that. That guy was awfully polite to be a joke.
that was that's the voiceover guy doing the cheesy, funny haha
MJ,
thing.
I break into the microphone booth and I have full control of the microphone over Halloween Horror Nights.
You're not doing that.
You think I'm going to say, okay, everybody, hit the bricks. We're going to play Taylor Swift at full volume.
Did they play Taylor Swift?
Gather your belongings and your drunken friends and get the hell out.
I mean,
That'd be fun if they started playing Taylor
I would get people to move.
I'm in favor of honest, in-your-face announcements.
Yeah,
I think flight attendants ought to get like that on airplanes.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I've got a couple of airplane items coming up, including a follow-up on the Instagram famous lady. Oh, yeah, she's back. Instagram famous lady, the one that said, I'm Instagram famous, you bleep and bleep.
Is her page back up?
Well, I don't know if her page is back up, but also I did read something. Oh, hold on. Remind me. Let me write this down. IG follower. All right, I got to make a note on this. And then there's a naked airport story. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Tom Brady has wrecked Delta Airlines. We have a bizarre attack on the snack basket. You know what? Like in Comfort Plus, like in Delta, they'll hand out the snack basket.
Yeah, you pick what you want.
You get some elevated, if you're in Comfort Plus, you get some elevated snacks versus just like the biscottis that you get if you're in regular Delta coach. Of
It's not
course,
a biscotti. It's a biscuit.
but it's called biscotti. It's that gingery flavored.
You don't
short,
know what Italian biscotti
An
really
Italian
is.
biscotti and the name of this cookie are two different things, but it's called like biscotti cookie.
Yeah, and Delta serves them. I think another airline does as well. All right, so we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show next. Also,
Biscoff.
Is it? Oh, Biscoff.
Biscoff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
All
not
right.
biscotti. It's Biscoff.
It's called Biscoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I've got to chastise a couple of big celebrities, namely Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, and Hulk Hogan.
Boy, those are the wrong three to mess with.
Yeah, so I
two out of the three anyway.
I got to mess with Hulk Hogan,
So that the Richard Bells are.
Mike Tyson, and Snoop Dogg. Man, I can't even list everything we're doing next. We have an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show crap, and it starts next. No music, no commercials. An hour and 20 minutes. We do it every morning at about 7:23, 7:24, and that begins next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Do not move. Cult Jam. Are they still alive? Is Lisa the Cult Jam? Are they still around? I haven't heard.
Oh, yeah, man. They're touring.
Are they doing like the big retro tour? Is Lisa on that thing? And
I thought they got La Bomba'd.
What do you mean?
Plane crash?
Oh, stop. Come on. No,
really?
they didn't.
Who was that?
Stop.
Well, was that Gloria Estefan?
No, that was a bus accident.
No, Gloria Estefan was in a bus
and
wreck.
she's fine now.
Yeah, well, but I think she's got steel rods in her back.
Well, yeah, her back got real messed up.
Yeah, her back got frigged up good. She was
I got confused with the Jets was her band's name, right?
The Jets? What?
Maybe not.
Lisa?
No, Gloria Estefan.
No, it was
Miami
Sound Machine, not the Jets.
Who were the football team? What am I saying?
The Jets were like, I'm going to rock it to you.
Oh, okay. I'm confused.
Yeah, the Jets. That's nothing to do with Lisa. Yeah, Gloria Estefan was on like a tour bus on like Interstate, like I think 81 or something. I think maybe the Pennsylvania Turnpike and her tour bus was rear-ended by a tractor trailer. Yeah. And it effed up her back badly. I mean, I think she's got titanium rods in her back.
She could still do the South Side.
Yeah, 1990 near Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
1990. Wow,
Scranton. That's where Dunder Mifflin. I wonder if it was
a paper truck.
It could have been a Dunder Mifflin paper truck that rammed into Gloria Estefan's tour bus. Yeah, Estefan was critically injured, suffering a fractured spine when a semi-truck crashed into her tour bus during a snowstorm.
Didn't her husband get all messed up too?
Hey, listen, guess what? I was not far from that. Well, where was I? No, I was just south of Binghamton. Remember I told the story about I destroyed an Avis rental car? It was a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It was totaled, gone. We almost plunged over a... Dude, we almost plunged 100 feet down a ravine on...
Like Toonces? That far? I mean, your car would explode.
like Toonces the driving cat.
I mean, that's...
Now, seriously, I was with Brad Hardin. This was when I was doing mornings at WOR New York. And I was with Brad Hardin because I was back in Tampa, because I went back and forth from Tampa to New York, back and forth. And I was coming back from Tampa to New York, and there was a bad snowstorm.
This is very recently.
This was 2016.
Okay.
This is 2016. So I'm flying from Tampa back to LaGuardia, and it turns out that Brad Hardin, Brad was a big iHeart muckety muck. And Brad used to be the program director at 98 Rock years ago here in Tampa. And Brad also lives in the Tampa Bay area, and he was flying back up to New York for corporate stuff. And we're on the same flight. We might have been sitting next to each other.
Oh, God,
I think. So we fly back to LaGuardia from Tampa International, and LaGuardia is closed. All the New York airports closed down for the snowstorm. So we got diverted to Syracuse. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm supposed to be on the air tomorrow morning. So we rented a car at Avis. We rented an Avis rental car at the Syracuse airport.
This is like planes, trains, and automobiles with DJs.
To drive 5 hours back to Manhattan. All right? We're going to drive like overnight back to Manhattan. I'm going to get there in time to go do the morning show on WOR New York, right? So we're tooling along, and we're on what? Give me the map. Give me the interstate. So is that might be 81. So just south of Binghamton. Just bring up the Google Maps. All right.
Which one's Steve Martin and which one's John Candy? I mean,
all right. Well, listen. Hang on,
Brad. Where's your hand between two pillows?
Those aren't pillows.
All right, guys, stop.
How about those bears? Huh?
So I'm on the interstate. Is that 81?
Yeah.
So south of, you got to bring up Binghamton.
I'm looking up the interstate. It's Interstate 81.
Right.
Binghamton, which is right near the Pennsylvania state line.
Right. So just south, right there. It's Conklin.
Conklin.
So and that's where that maniac was from that shot up the supermarket up in Buffalo. So right near Conklin, New York, before you get into Pennsylvania, I mean, literally just before the Pennsylvania border, I'm going, the speed limit's like 65, I think. I'm doing like 45 miles an hour because the snow is coming down, the roads are covered, and suddenly I see headlights coming up behind me at a high rate of speed. I'm doing 45 because the conditions are warranted to do only 45 miles an hour.
That's kind of a windy, mountainous.
Yes. So I'm driving in the right lane. Here comes headlights behind me. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I'm going slow, and that's what I should have been doing because the roads have inches of snow on it. And this vehicle comes up fast behind me. It's a bus. It's a tour bus. All right.
With Gloria Estefan.
No, it wasn't Gloria.
They're blasting.
No, it was like
conga.
it was like a passenger bus, like a charter, whatever. And this bus comes up behind me and then changes lanes within, like, I think he tagged the rear of the car because suddenly I spun out. So as as he passes,
God, it is like planes, trains.
Oh yeah, as he's passing me, I don't know whether it was his draft. But I believe he also nicked. I think he nicked the rear left taillight area of the car because it was a little bit. It was on the paint, and
you got pit maneuver.
It was almost like I was pitted.
Yeah.
And he spins me out, and I start spinning.
Oh man!
And I fly into the side of the bus as he's passing me in the left. Now, he's disturbed my travel. And I slam into the side of the bus. This is
lucky to be alive.
This is like February of 2016. I oughta, I've got the photos. You know what?
And Brad Harden was with you?
Oh yeah, Brad Harden was driving with me. Absolutely.
Let me guess, he had no reaction whatsoever.
He just sat there.
Just sat there, stone faced.
So the tour bus, I believe, touched me and put me in a spin. And I slam into the side of the tour bus, spin out, and then we hit the tour bus on the left and then ricochet off to the right, and that's where the 100-foot ravine was. Luckily, there were those steel cable barricades. You know, you've got the metal post jammed into the ground, and then they have like 3 or 4 rows of steel cables.
Those cables can stop something.
Tell you what. My insurance company got billed like $800 by the state of New York for taking out a whole row of those steel cables. That was the best $800 I've ever spent, or my insurance company had ever spent. Anyway, I was not ticketed, so New York State Police show up. I was not ticketed. The bus driver was not ticketed. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean the bus driver wasn't ticketed? The guy was flying up behind me. I'm pretty sure he nicked me, put the vehicle in a spin, or it might have been the draft of the bus also.
Oh, my God, you guys were going that fast.
Or a combination.
You're a NASCAR.
He had to have hit you. You're going 40 miles an hour.
I'm doing 40, 45 miles an hour because it is so treacherous out there.
I'm glad the bus even stopped.
The bus stopped like a mile down the road.
If I'm that bus driver, I'm like, I didn't see nothing.
Who was the band?
No, it was. It was.
Here's like a tour bus.
Here's the kicker. I think it was a bus that was taking passengers from Syracuse to New York because of all the flights being sent into Syracuse.
So they were on planes, trains, and automobiles.
So here's the deal. So I ricochet off the left side of the bus, and then I go into the steel cabled guardrail, just take the whole thing out, and cables and metal parts are through our vehicle.
Yeah.
The whole right side of this, it was like a red Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I legit want to see all the pictures now.
I've never showed you the pictures.
I've never seen them.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post these on Instagram.
We weren't talking much in 2016.
I'm going to.
Well, he had no need for us.
I mean, he was a big New York morning show guy.
This is
Froggy
before.
and Fester who? How are those producers over there?
Oh, yeah. Froggy and Fester. Yes, I'm in New York.
I'm going to go to my IG. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to go to my IG. I got to go to like September. It's like February of 16.
Oh, man.
And let me find the pictures. And what I'll do is I'll post these while.
So who was on the smash the bus side? Was it you or Brad?
I was driving.
Right, but
you
spun around and you hit the side of the bus.
Right. So I was on the left side driving, so I hit first. Then the vehicle then ricochets into the guardrail, and the guardrail goes through the vehicle. Luckily, it didn't penetrate the passenger compartment, rips the whole front right side off the vehicle. Anyway, the vehicle was totaled. And that was my brush with death. Hang on, I'm looking for the pictures right now because they're in my camera roll.
You know, I think there's like 8 billion people on the planet, and Brad Harden might be the last one I'd want to be dead in a car with.
I think it was February of 16. Hang on a minute. Oh, I found him. I got him.
Brad's reaction.
All right.
What happened?
You can see like the steel cables through the front of the vehicle.
Oh, man.
All right, so hang on. I've got the pictures. I've got the pictures. I've got to select them on Instagram. All right. Man, okay. All right.
You putting them on your Instagram?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll put them on Instagram.
All right, let me go.
I've never talked about this before.
I've heard this. I've heard of it occurring. I just didn't know there was
I don't
photographic
know.
evidence.
I think I have. So how do I put these share to I want to share
Did you
to-
video when
to
you returned the
IG.
car?
What?
Did you video when you returned the car?
And putting them on Instagram.
Here you go.
Well, why? I don't want stories. I want to put them in.
No, stories are great.
No, I want it to stay.
Stay.
Cancel. So
Search.
discard.
What
All
a
right.
boomer, dude.
I gotta. What you call?
I mean, look at you. You're doing it like my grandma.
Dude, I gotta go back to my camera roll.
All right,
and
all
I
right.
gotta put these damn things on. Hang on a minute. All right, so I have all these pictures selected. So now I'm gonna do share to Instagram. But it was trying to put it in reels and stories. No, I don't want it there.
Okay.
I want it in my. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this later.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
because
this is a pain in the ass.
this is quite the investment in time.
All right, I'll tell you what though. The next commercial break, which will be an
Hour and a half.
an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll post the pictures up on my Instagram. Hey, great news, folks! Amazing news. This is unconventional, but listen, this is an unconventional show. Starting on Monday morning, I'm giving away a Zoji Rushi rice cooker every single day next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, which folks, you ought to be following me. Certified MJ Radio. You should be following me. If you're not, follow me now. Certified MJ Radio. And I posted pictures of, me cooking rice, Japanese, grown sticky rice in my Zoji Rushi rice maker. I make these great poke bowls with this great Japanese sticky rice. And I've shown pictures of this Zoji Rushi rice maker, which I love. I've had different models for 15, 20 years now. And Zoji Rushi America contacted me because they saw that I was a radio host. We did the MJ Morning Show. So they're like, hey, we noticed that you're a big fan of our products, and you post pictures of you cooking with our rice cookers. September is National Rice Month. Would you like to give away a whole bunch of our rice cookers as prizes? I'm like,
Really?
yes. What? So, again, this show, expect the unexpected. I mean, how many morning shows are giving away, $200 and something Japanese rice cookers? Well, next week I will. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They gave me 5 of them to give away.
MJ,
Yeah.
brainstorming over here.
Yeah, what's that?
You know how you like to do a little, sometimes even play a little introduction song when
Yeah.
you're doing a giveaway?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rice makers.
Dun, 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 dun.
Rice makers. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now's the time. Call up for your rice maker.
All right, stop. Call in and listen. MJ's back with a rice edition.
All right, I'll have to get.
Have your guy.
I'll have to get
Pay him $7,000 and have him make it.
I'll get our parody guy on that right away.
Rice makers.
Boom, boom, boom,
Morning
boom,
show.
Rice cookers. Dun,
cookers, whatever.
Rice. I like it. That's a great idea.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm good for one a month.
All right, remind me. So next week, every single day, Monday through Friday, on top of the cash kitty, give it a. Oh, look, the cash kitty. We give away your shot at $1,000 5 times a day. I'm going to give away 5 rice makers next week. So you got cash kitty, which by the way, it is 7:39 now. The latest cash kitty keyword to text in happens in 20 minutes at 8:00. Also, folks, I'm excited about this. In just a short amount of time, it is the debut of Hal Herman Headlines. Is this the cheesiest 1980s news music you've ever heard?
I got news about Hal.
Yeah, what's that?
I talked to him.
Yep.
He, his favorite place is the Dollhouse.
Yeah, the dollhouse.
He was there all night and he got kicked out at 3 a.m. for being drunk and disorderly by the bodyguards.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's still a little intoxicated. I don't think so. It's been a few hours. I'm just letting you know he might be a little
All right, so
Inebriated?
Hal Herman.
I don't know. It sounds like it.
Hal Herman news headlines. All right, it's Froggy.
But
do
he's
it.
excited. He's
yeah.
excited about it.
Froggy really plays up the character. All right, so Hal Herman coming up with the debut of Hal Herman headlines in just 20 minutes from right now on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, I have a lot of stuff to do. I mentioned that I got to call out Hulk Hogan, Snoop Dogg, and Mike Tyson. And who said that 2 of the 3 you don't want to mess with?
I did.
Yes, Snoop and Tyson.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Snoop. No, well, yeah.
Yeah, Snoop and Tyson are my 2 I'm not messing with.
All right, let's all do an impression. I'll be Snoop Dogg.
All right, this is the deal.
Hulk.
Does Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, well, maybe Mike Tyson, but Hulk Hogan, he walked. How much money did Hulk Hogan get from that sleazy, degenerate cuck? What?
I mean, Happy Friday.
With the whole the video thing.
I don't know.
I mean,
Was there any money? I think
Like 50 million?
Hulk Hogan got a lot of money with all of that. Are you okay there?
Oh, my God. I mean, yeah.
All right,
It was a lot of money.
all right, so here's the deal. I don't think Hulk Hogan needs the money right now. So the question is, I saw this story a couple of days ago. A group representing New York delis and convenience stores, they are threatening to sue Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, and Hulk Hogan for peddling banned-flavored nicotine vapes that are popular with kids and teenagers.
Maybe that's why Hulk Hogan has been doing this. I've seen him on a bunch of he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and that he was promoting a
vape,
like a CBD vape.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so this is New York Post. This is out of a major New York paper. Despite being banned in New York and nationally by the Federal Drug Administration in 2020, that should be Food and Drug Administration, or despite being banned in New York and nationally by the Federal Drug, it ought to be
U.S. Food and Drug
it ought to be the Food and Drug Administration or the DEA, the Drug Enforcement. I don't know who, but their verbiage is not right here. Companies use the internet to hawk celebrity endorsed flavored like Mike Tyson's vape Lush Lime, Hulk Hogan Hulkamania Cotton Candy, and Death Row by Snoop Dogg Blue Raz.
I do know that Mike Tyson has some good products out there. I've tried a bunch of them.
Well, hold on. What? Don't vape? What?
No. I'm talking about he has like...
What Mike Tyson products are you trying?
Doesn't Mike Tyson have an edible with like...
Yeah, bite ear.
With like, looks like a little molded ear with a chunk taken out of it. Like
it's
Ear Vander
They're
Holyfield.
Mike bites.
Ear Vander Holyfield.
Yeah, but like Mike is...
Mike's
a
made
major,
more money...
Yeah, he's a major player in the pot game.
The devices are sold in fruity and dessert flavors such as apple gummies, strawberry shortcake, and cotton candy. But why would Hulk Hogan and Snoop Dogg, why would they lend their name to vapes aimed at kids with all these flavors? I don't get that. I don't, with Hulk Hogan, I don't think he needs the money.
I don't think either of these,
Snoop
any of
does
these
it.
three.
Hey, brother. Hey, Hulk, call the show. Come on. Hulk Hogan, call us right now.
Who's been doing all? He's been making the rounds.
Yeah, I want to talk about that money from the cuck video or whatever.
That's exactly why he's not calling in.
800-990-1047. Come on, Hulkster. I know you're someone's calling you. Someone's texting you. Hey, MJ's going to talk about you. Hulk's he's still in Bel Air, right?
Congratulations. He's getting married.
Yeah, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So, Hulkster, if you want to call in, let's talk about this. Just get your name off these products or whatever the New York Post is talking about.
So these three guys, Tyson, Snoop, Hulk, in their own ways have built empires.
Yeah.
empires
Yep.
around their brand.
Yep.
Do they need to be peddling vape?
That's what I just
kids?
dude. I just said that 5 minutes ago. Does he need the money? What? I just said that.
I said it more compassionately.
All right, whatever.
But I do know it's
But
a
yeah.
fact. Mike Tyson's made more money from his marijuana business than he ever made from boxing.
I mean, you walk up to Snoop. He's like, "Yow, Snoop, great idea, business opportunity.
Hey.
We're gonna peddle strawberry shortcake vapes to 4-year-olds."
I'm moving along.
I'm in.
Did you see? You see the 10-year-old kid that stole mom's car was driving on I-75,
Smoking a Snoop Dogg and Hulk Hogan vape.
cotton candy vapes. No, 2 kids missing from Northport. This is according to Channel 8. 2 kids, 2 siblings, fled Northport, were caught driving their mother's stolen car over 200 miles away yesterday.
Holy cow, that's
listen
a
to this.
talented kid.
This is not a couple of blocks from the house. This is 200 miles away. According to a Facebook post from the Alachua County Sheriff's Office, deputies pulled over the car, a sedan, on I-75 in Alachua, which is not far from Gainesville, at 3:50 in the morning on Thursday, yesterday. 3:50 in the morning. So deputies conducted a high-risk traffic stop because the car was reported stolen. So, there's like a felony traffic stop type procedure. I mean, like guns drawn. I mean, get out of the car, driver. Hang on a minute.
Oh, you need the bullhorn.
Yeah, we really do.
Driver, hands out of the car. The whole thing.
It's really loud today.
Walk backward to my voice.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
whole thing.
But they don't know what's in the car.
They
Or
don't.
what's happening.
The deputies during the felony high-risk traffic stop see a 10-year-old male exit the vehicle along with his 11-year-old sister. 11 and 10, they stole mom's car. They're 200 miles away from Northport, south of Sarasota.
Wow.
And Venice, and they're up near the pad. They're about ready to turn into the Big Bend. What the heck?
Look at the video of the kid coming out with his hands
Oh
up.
yeah, 10 years old.
10-year-old, put both hands in the air. Let me see your hands.
Yeah, the kids were reported missing to the Northport Police Department, according to deputies. Their mother declined to press charges and drove 3 hours north to Alachua County to pick up the children. Is that crazy? A 10-year-old at 3:50 in the morning on I-75. That is nuts.
I mean,
That is crazy.
did he learn that from like Grand Theft Auto? How to drive a car so well?
Holy crap. That is absolute insanity. I mean, what's going on with the kids today?
I wonder if my daughter can drive my car just by watching me.
Well, that's nuts.
Huh.
Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Get the Instagram famous lady ready. I need full Instagram famous, and then I need. I got him here. Okay, I got him. All right. So we have an update on Instagram famous woman. We have some new information. First of all, she is reiterating that she left the flight on her own terms.
Okay.
But now we're hearing that she got into an argument with a seatmate. I guess it would be like a roommate. And this Instagram famous lady, this is the lady that gave us this amazing audio bite where she said,
I'm Instagram famous. Call me a bitch again. Call me a bitch again. Yeah, you guys did nothing wrong. No, you shut the up. You shut the up and your bitch.
Goodbye.
You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum. Shut the up. Shut the up.
so I'm Instagram, shut your face, you bleep and bleep. Well, she is reiterating that she left the flight on her own. This is this woman who apparently was on the TV show Bad Girls Club, I think season 5. And her name is Morgan Osman, Osman. And she says she was not kicked off the American Airlines flight. She says that she left to avoid knocking an annoying seatmate the bleep out.
All right. So it's trying to make herself the hero in this story?
That was her quote to TMZ. So she told TMZ that while she didn't mind being called the latest crazy plane lady, the backlash to her video was unfair because it didn't show that she'd been provoked before storming off the jet. She said, I was just living my life. It was interviewed by TMZ. And she says that another passenger accused of her of being in the seat. It was the lady next to me. She came in so hot. The woman kept telling her to get up. She had blue neon hair or neon blue hair. Osmond, who's 35, said that she warned her irate seatmate, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but it won't be to me. So she's claiming that and this woman was wearing the tightest freaking bodysuit.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, the woman, this Morgan Osmond is pretty attractive. Like, she's an attractive woman. Yeah, she might, face-wise, she might be a little bit too, like, Kardashian-ish to me.
Not enough.
But, she's got a lot of makeup on. If you look at her pictures on Instagram, it looks like her account's back up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she took her account down on Instagram, and then her account's back up. And her whole thing is her with tons of makeup on. She's got all kinds of lip filler going on. I'm sure she's touching up, and she's... filtering a lot of her pictures. I'm sure she's doing some tricks in the photos.
Hey, she's Instagram famous.
But also, I read where did Froggy go?
He has been gone for like 4 minutes.
Do we know where he went?
I don't know if he has an intestinal issue or what. Or
Froggy just fled this. I already put it up there. Froggy fled the studio.
Is he getting ready for Hal? He's like 10 minutes early.
Hal Herman. Hal Herman Headlines is 10 minutes away. The debut of Hal Herman Headlines is still 10 minutes away. And Froggy, can you find him? We don't know where he is.
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know.
He's getting a little early.
All right. Anyway, let me finish up with this Instagram famous lady. So the new item is that her Instagram is back up, and she's saying that she got off the plane so she would... I guess avoid getting arrested for knocking the seatmate or the row mate on the airplane the F out. So she left. Now, let me talk about her Instagram fame because I did read something else. Go back to her Instagram and show me the main item where it shows how many followers. She's got close to 1 million followers. This woman who said that...
I'm Instagram famous.
Yeah, I'm Instagram famous.
She is 5,000 followers short of 1 million.
Yeah, she's at 995,000 followers on Instagram. I'm clamoring to. I clamored to break 14,000. I'm sitting at like 14,100 now. Yeah. So, and she's got 995,000. Let me tell you what I found out though. I read something. I read a report that the bulk of her followers are purchased.
How do you buy followers?
Yeah, guess what? Go to Google and type in buy Twitter followers, buy Instagram followers. There are companies where you can buy a bunch of followers. So apparently the bulk of her followers are purchased.
I can tell you one follower that she just very recently acquired.
Yeah, you.
That's 100% legit.
Yeah, you.
Me.
Oh, listen, she's got a great body. She is attractive. I don't find her personality very attractive. And, I got to be honest. She's pretty on the outside, but I think she might be a bit ugly and full of herself on the inside.
Why?
So,
I'm Instagram famous.
Yeah.
I'm Instagram famous.
Yeah.
I'm Instagram famous.
Sounds like she's preaching the truth, if you ask me.
Yeah.
She is. Look at her.
Hey, to the kid that yelled, MJ Morning Show! Out of a car window on West Shore last night at about 7:30. Last night. Now, seriously, I'm walking north on West Shore Boulevard, not far from Swan and West Shore.
Yes.
So I'm walking. I did a long weekday walk because typically I do my 5-mile walks on Saturday and Sunday for a 10-mile weekend. But last night I did about 4.5 because I did not walk on Wednesday night because Michelle and I did our Wednesday, our midweek night out. We went to Olivia on Wednesday night. And, I got to tell you about Rod. Rod emailed me. You know the guy that I said I talked to? Hold on. First, though, the kid that yelled, MJ Morning Show! Hey, thank you, buddy, and I'm guessing you're listening. So I guess they saw me. I'm just walking, and they maybe they were 100 feet past me, and I don't know whether he noticed me or his mother or father driving. Said, hey, that's MJ walking over there. And the window comes down, and all I hear is, MJ Morning Show. And I turn around, he's hanging out the window, and he's looking back at me. So whoever you were, a South Tampa kid that recognized me doing my walk on West Shore last night at 7:30, thank you for yelling MJ Morning Show.
You're assuming he was a fan. I mean, he was driving too fast to throw a slushie at you or something. I
It
mean,
must be the way you like waddle, or you know how he has that like.
he has a little bounce. MJ has a bounce walk.
Yeah, it's a really recognizable
I don't,
walk.
I don't waddle. And then let me go to my email for MJ at mjmorningshow.com. Folks, you can always email me. If you've got a question, comments, you got material, if you got some inside scoop, you got some gossip, you have anything that's good for the show or something you want to hit me up with, you can email. My private email is mj at mjmorningshow.com. That's mj at mjmorningshow.com. And I mentioned that we sat next to this guy, Rod Eiffel, and he's like a VP over at JP Morgan Chase.
Wow.
And he was sitting next to us at Olivia, and we struck up a conversation, and I said, hey, listen to the morning show. And he remembered, he knew of the MJ Morning Show. So Rod, he'd listened to us in the past, but he didn't know we were back. That's another issue. Our audience is big. We're not getting measured properly, but that's a whole different story. But the audience is huge because I mean, every metric, all the feedback, everything that I get, tells me that we're on fire. So I mentioned him yesterday about this guy I sat next to, and he sends me an email. So after the show yesterday, he said, hey, MJ, this is Rod from JP Morgan Chase. We met last night at Olivia. I listened today, and thanks for the shout out. You made me office famous. LOL. Everyone kept reaching out to me all day long. A lot of people listen to your show. A lot of people, more than you think, know about your show. Let's keep in touch. We'll have to hit some other restaurants you talked about. All the best, Rod. So
Tell me he doesn't have the greatest porn name. Rod Eiffel.
Froggy,
come on, that is so
Come on.
good.
Listen.
And the Eiffel Tower, everything is.
I mean, it all falls into place.
I wonder if he's at all related to the late Gwen Eiffel from NBC News, and then she was on PBS. I don't know. So
How about Larry Pisa?
what?
Another tower.
I mean, Tyler.
Oh, Larry Pisa. Okay, great. No, it's not. It's not spelled like the Eiffel Tower. It's
right.
IFILL.
Great.
All right.
All right.
So good morning to J.P. Morgan Chase's Rod Eiffel and all of the folks that listen from J.P. Morgan and all of his friends, and again,
And all of his family. And everybody he went to high school with.
and everybody. No, but the response, the feedback, I mean, we just get tons of great feedback on this program. You know, the phones blow up. I can mention the most, we could be talking about the most obscure thing, and the phones just blow up around here. You know, every aspect. You know, you talk about our sponsors, and, Wade recently told us, Wade from Two College Brothers, he's the president, that we're the number one lead generator. MJ Morning Show, the number one lead generator for Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. Kenny at Plan BAC said 80% of the AC business is referral from the MJ Morning Show.
I had Plan B at the house,
Yeah.
and for regular maintenance,
Yep.
and I striking up. I was like, "How's business?" And the guy looks at me, and goes, "It's insane." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, because of you guys."
Yeah.
And it's just nuts, the response they get. It's
I mean,
incredible.
listen, it's a perfect example of how well my live endorsements work, for all of my clients here on the MJ Morning Show. So, hey, email me, mj at mjmorningshow.com. All right, what time is it? 7:59-ish. So we're a minute away from the Cash Kitty. Also, folks, we're moments away from Froggy's big debut.
What? I have nothing to do with this.
I'm sorry.
God, what a jackass.
Let me
Don't you get how this works?
let me play the game.
Don't you watch wrestling?
Hang on. Am I going to get hit over the head with a steel chair?
I want to. You never know with Hal.
Yeah, any given time it could happen.
All right, folks, we are moments away from Hal Herman Headlines, a brand new feature here on the MJ Morning Show.
Triple H.
I'm so excited about this. I'm so thrilled. I had a couple of things before we move on, and I guess I can play these quickly. Do you know what the CPSC is?
CPSC?
Yeah. CPSC.
Oh, CPSC.
CPSC.
No,
it is the
could be anything.
it's a government agency. It's the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Oh.
All right. So the Consumer Product Safety Commission, they're involved in recalls, or they talk about dangerous items. So, and they make sure that the stuff that we buy and use is safe. So I guess they're trying to get a message to young adults in the country about safety, and they've put out new songs. They're putting out an album.
Oh my God, I have to hear this.
About consumer product safety, and they're focusing, I guess, on head injuries, including bikes, ATVs, skateboards, and other items. So they're trying to target young people between the ages of 13 and 24 based on injury data. So bikes, ATVs, fireworks, cooking appliances, phones. So they've put out an album. They've got like this digital album online.
Oh, great. Give me it now.
You want to hear some of this?
Yes, more than anything.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
First things first, let me tell you what the issue is. When you in the streets, gotta stay vigilant. Check the stats, there's been way too many injured heads. From riding around without nothing on protecting them. But we could do better. I'ma put my helmet on and go zoom. Sitting flat up on my head real evenly. Low on my forehead, y'all ain't seeing me. When I fly by,
Put my helmet on and...
I'ma wave high then bye.
I mean, is there any way in hell that the age demographic they're targeting is ever going to hear this crap other than me playing it on the MJ Morning Show? I mean, was this a good use of government money and our tax dollars?
Sounds good, well produced.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's produced well.
I thought it was going to be hit.
Hold on. You're just talking on the headlines. On the
Wait, stop
the
it for a
lyrics.
second.
I can't.
Oh.
Yeah, our system blows here. All right, so what are you trying to say?
I thought it was going to be kids. This is horrible, but I thought it was going to be kids with head injuries singing.
No, it's a rap song. So this
That's
one,
what I thought.
The first one, she's talking about protecting your noggin by wearing a helmet. So that's this one here.
Okay.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
First things first, let me tell you what the issue is. When you in the streets, gotta stay vigilant. Check the stats, there's been way too many injured heads. From riding around without nothing on protecting them. But we could do better. I'ma put my helmet on and go zoom.
All right, so that's the head one.
Wow,
now,
that's good.
This is kids getting hurt by phone usage.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
All right, here we go.
I feel like I'm in Forever 21.
What? Say it again?
I feel like I'm in Forever 21.
Oh, is that what
A new wet seal fall sale.
Where's the lyric
The
on
lyrics
this?
are buried in this.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, where's the lyric on the phone one, Andrew? All right. Then there's one about fireworks. Be careful using fireworks if you're a kid.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
Yeah, don't blow your face and fingers off.
Burning up like diamonds in the sky. You and I are sending off some sparks tonight.
So what do you think? You think?
I think I want to be in a bike accident. And who's that guy at the beginning thinking his ass is Jason Derulo dropping from the people at CPSC? Come on, we have to announce your
That's
name
like
every time.
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled. The people.
Jason Derulo. You dropping your name at the front?
Oh, you know what that is?
Whoa, get down. Check it.
It's the Cash Kitty, folks.
Kick the cat.
I need the CPSC. I need the Consumer Product Safety Commission to warn about getting your eyes gouged out by the Cash Kitty here on Q105. All right, so this hour's word is yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. This hour's word, the 8 a.m. hour word is yeah, Y-E-A-H.
Yeah.
So you have until 8:15. You have until quarter after, so you got 10 minutes from right now to text the word yeah nationwide to 45911. So this hour's word is yeah, Y-E-A-H, yeah. Text yeah, Y-E-A-H, yeah. Text that nationwide 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash from the Cash Kitty, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:05. It is time for a brand new feature on the MJ Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut maiden voyage of Hal Herman's Headlines.
I'm so excited.
This is his cheesy 1980s news music. Ladies and gentlemen, from the news center, it's Hal Herman.
I'll sign it later.
All right, come on, Hal, get in here. Get in
Somebody's
here.
bothering me for an autograph. There's a couple hundred fans out there bugging me for an autograph. Hal Herman's with you.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the Triple H. No, not Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
What?
The famous wrestler.
Oh, Triple A. Oh, Hal Herman Headlines.
Hal Herman headline.
Yeah. All right,
How
so-
you doing?
so-
Hey, you want a nip?
What are you? Hold on. What are you drinking
Don't
over
you
there?
worry about it. It's a little. Have you ever heard of the kids call syrup?
It looks like he has a bottle of. It's a Woodford Reserve bottle.
No, I emptied the Woodford. I put syrup in it.
Wait a minute. That is a Woodford Reserve.
No, I already drank that this morning.
It's a bourbon bottle, and you filled the Woodford bottle with scissor.
You know what syrup is?
Yeah, it's like cough syrup and
Jolly
vodka.
Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers. And you mix it up, and I'm going to get
Oh my God!
lit as land
don't-
in here.
don't-
When'd you make this?
Just a couple hours ago.
All right, I'll try it.
Fester, don't drink that.
Oh my God!
How was that? Does it have a kick? Does that have a kick or does it have a kick?
That's really
Andrew,
true.
did you get
like-
Fester?
Oh,
Did you
man.
get Fester drinking that?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my!
I don't take any more.
I'll take another
How am I
sip.
supposed to get through the segment?
What?
Gosh, I hope you don't have herp lippies.
I do. Oh, listen, that alcohol killed it. Oh my God!
You got herp lippies?
All right, can we just start Hal Herman headlines? So, folks,
I don't trust you.
so time now for Hal Herman headlines. Hal Herman, veteran of Whammo 2 News.
Channel, God darn it, say it right.
What
Channel
is-
2, Channel 2,
Whammo News.
Whammo News.
Right.
Sorry.
Should we be doing this with him drunk?
I'm not drunk. I've been up all night, and I am recovering.
Also,
but
you spent some time at Wavy TV 10 in Norfolk, Virginia Beach.
yes,
Right?
Norfolk,
yeah.
Norfolk, and Newport News.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
All
I was there for a while.
All right, we ready for our first headline?
Hang on a second, I'm nervous.
What?
I'm nervous.
Let him have a
Let
drink.
me get my papers.
Let him have a drink.
Let me have a couple nips of this Nipsky. Old 90s cough
Oh,
syrup
man.
is what I like to call it.
Oh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
stop drinking it! Stop!
Dude, you stop!
Stop! He's drinking
You gotta
the
be
whole thing.
kidding me!
Oh my God!
Oh my
Oh
God!
my God! Oh my God!
What is it? Over the left shoulder for good luck?
Those
Or
bottles-
is it the right?
Don't break the bottle. Don't break the bottle.
Don't break
Or
it.
is it the right shoulder?
Don't
Good luck. God damn, how strong is that stupid thing?
Stop! Stop it. Don't break the bottle.
Yeah.
Fester, take the bottle.
These liquor bottles are very
Oh,
strong.
My God, how much was in there? Oh,
Can we get the first? Can we get
Oh,
the,
my God.
oh, yes, I'm here to read the headline news.
All right, let's go. Hal Herman with Hal Herman
Yes.
headline news.
And
Go ahead.
you can see how much work I've
All
put into this. I have all my stuff written out here.
What's the first story?
First story. Can I get my headline music, please? Okay, got it. All right, welcome to Triple H Headline News.
Yeah.
Big stories coming in.
Yeah.
We're going to start with one of the big ones. I don't know if you see the video.
What's
with the jet crashing, but the U.S. Air Force is still not explaining why a pilot.
No.
Yes, what's that?
It wasn't the Air Force. It was the Marines.
Okay, this isn't MJ news.
All right,
This
well,
is
gosh
Hal Herman.
darn it. All
Hold
right.
on, but
I'll
hold on.
correct myself.
The first line of your debut news story, you don't have the facts right. You said
okay,
the U.
yeah, all right. So I misprinted it.
All right, go ahead. Read your. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The U.S. Navy.
No, it's the Marines. The Marines.
The U.S. Marines
You say it
is
like
still not explaining why a pilot ejected from an F-16 stealth fighter jet.
No, it was not.
plane
No,
later
stop.
You know what?
It wasn't an F-16. Stop.
What does it take to break that?
It was an F.
know. It's a
It was.
really-
Okay,
It was
are you going to interrupt every second, or can I do my stories?
It was an F-35.
MJ, hold on. Listen.
I can't do this.
The F-16 is not a stealth jet.
You're a pit-nicking ass is what you are.
All right, two things. One, both of you guys to your corners. MJ, one,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. However, just
Golly.
let him.
All right.
This is
I got
just
42 more stories to do.
MJ.
What are you doing to me?
This is just. This is the first time. This really is just us feeling out if we want to do it.
It's like the pilot episode.
Let's not be so strict on the facts. I mean, if you are relying on Hal
All
Herman
right.
for news, you obviously have other issues.
And let me tell you, we're going to get into some good celebrity stuff.
all
We're
right.
going to get into some big political news.
Do the
love
first
that.
story. I'll correct you afterward. Go ahead.
The U.S. Marines is still not explaining why a pilot ejected from an F-16 stealth fighter jet. The plane later crashed in North Carolina.
No, it was South Carolina.
I mean, it's only two.
Dude, I'm
Whatever.
so
One of the Kakalakis.
Dude,
Does it
I'm
matter? Holy crap. North, south, east, west. Witches never eat sandwiches. Does it matter?
Not in the Carolinas.
Go ahead.
Conspiracy theories have taken over the internet with some thinking the Taiwanese took control of that jet.
No, it's the.
Can you believe that?
Some conspiracy theories are saying the Chinese.
All right. Well, we're going to the next story.
Well, hold on a minute.
This is the big one right here.
All right, first of all, it's not the Taiwanese, and the Chinese did not take control of the jet.
All right.
But there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of questions. You know,
I can't do this. What's your name, fat boy? What's your name?
Fester.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I can't do this.
All right, next
Can I-
story.
Can I give you the news headlines?
Next story. Go
All
ahead.
right. Let's talk about a little love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you. Love is in the air, everybody.
Hal Herman and his next news story with Hal Herman headlines.
You know, the first one wasn't that great, I gotta
The
say.
booze
All
are
right.
kicking in a little bit. Speaking of love, rumors continue to fly that Tom Brady, you know him, he's a hockey, football player, right? Yes. And he's dating the one and only number one artist, Taylor Swift. Now, reports say that Tom gave Taylor a friendship bracelet. You know how they do the friendship bracelets?
No.
And that led to a romance in her concert in Oklahoma City.
No.
How long? Now I got a question. How long until we catch them in the public eye together? I do not know. We'll find out next time on Triple H Headline Dudes. That's a little celebrity news for you.
Well, hold on. All right. First of all, it's not Tom Brady rumored to be.
I can't. If you don't let me get through my next story without saying a word about it, I'm going to leave the gosh darn show. I promise you.
Hold on, Hal.
Hang on a minute. This is important. You can't say that Tom Brady.
These are facts.
Has a rumored romance with Taylor Swift. It's that dude from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Travis Kelce?
It's Travis Kelce. It's not
No,
Tom.
in my research last night, I was pretty sure it was Tom Brady. He was wearing a helmet and he had pads on. He was handsome. I'm pretty sure it was Tom Brady.
Well, Travis is handsome too.
All right, now promise me this.
Yes.
The next story, you will not say a word, okay? Do you hear me?
All right. More erroneous news headlines.
Just let Hal go.
Now, have you heard
with
of
Hal Herman.
Joe Jonas? Do you know who Joe Jonas
Joe
is?
Jonas,
The
yeah.
Jonas
Yeah,
Brothers?
Jonas
He's having
Brothers.
a little love issues. I don't know if you guys have heard, but
Yeah.
speaking of love, Joe Jonas divorcing his former wife, Nicole Richie, daughter of famous singer Richie Valens of La Bamba fame, as you well know. And his wife is accusing him of holding back the children, and unfortunately, Richie Valens has no comment. But Nicole Richie, Joe Jonas, that seems to be done. Next story.
No, Joe Jonas is getting divorced from Sophie Turner. It's nothing to do with Nicole Richie.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Nicole
Richie
Richie,
Valens from La
daughter of-
Bamba. And Lionel Richie. What are you saying?
I think I got my Richie's confused.
I think you got you.
All right, give me the music. Next story. It doesn't matter. The basis is Joe Jonas is having love issues.
Hal Herman
Next
headlines.
story.
Next item.
Kevin Costner, famous for such movies as Dumb and Dumber and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, is divorcing his wife, which is very funny. And as you know, Kevin Costner, well known for his rumor about the old gerbil up the tookus. And those rumors are going about that. Is the gerbil involved in this? We don't know. Kevin Costner, more love issues.
Wow.
Yes.
Dude, Kevin Costner was...
Okay.
Hold on.
I got two more big stories.
Stop. Can you read that one again? Let me just correct that. Just read that one again.
I mean, you okay?
Just
you
read,
want me to?
Yeah, you read it again.
Okay, Kevin Costner's famous for such movies as Dumb and Dumber and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No, Kevin Costner was... All right, stop. Kevin Costner was not in Dumb and Dumber.
It was don't tell me, it was opposite Jim Carrey.
He was not.
He played the guy. You, fat ass.
Yes.
Who was in Dumb and Dumber?
I think it might have been Kevin Costner.
Thank you very much.
No, it's Jim Carrey.
And
what's that guy's name?
You don't know. Kevin Costner, well known for having a gerbil.
No, the gerbil rumor.
Keistered 24/7 a day.
The gerbil.
It was Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels, exactly.
Kevin Costner.
Are you sure it was Jeff Daniels?
Dude.
I don't know about that.
And the gerbil rumor, which is totally untrue, is Richard Gere, not Kevin Costner.
Tell that to
I
the
don't
gerbil.
know. Let's go to some awful news about a well-known celebrity you know.
I'm going to end this.
No, I got two more big stories for you, and then I'll throw this hot coffee in your face. Famous drummer of the world-famous band, the Eagles, I think you know who that is, Ringo Starr. He just fell on stage. The man fell on stage at the age of 96 years old.
Eagles drummer's Don
He's
Henley.
doing okay.
Don Henley is the Eagles
And
drummer.
last but not least, this is the biggest one. People are going nuts about a reunion, about a big, huge boy band, world famous in the 90s and 2000s. They had millions of albums sold. Do you know who I'm talking about?
You've got Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, New Kids on the Block. I mean, those are the big boy bands from the 90s.
No.
And the 80s, too.
Menudo, ladies and gentlemen. Menudo is getting back together. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
You are drunk.
7 members of the band. Do you remember the names? Do you remember?
Of the band members
Yes,
of Menudo?
7 members. Jordan Timberlake, Justin Knight, Lance Trout. You remember Lance Trout?
Stop.
J.C. Wahlberg, Joey Lawrence, brother of Justin Knight, John Day. Do you remember him? The famous Tito Jackson. They are reuniting 98 Degrees. And that's it. For the first I'm going to do it this time. This time, I'm doing it.
Cover your
You
eyes.
ready for this?
Just cover your eyes, MJ. Cover your eyes.
Are you getting Froggy on video?
Yeah, you hook again. Here we go.
Stop it. Dude,
Jesus Christ on a crutch.
man, you cannot break a Woodford Reserve bourbon bottle, man.
All right, I'm taking the bottle
Oh, my
away.
God.
What'd you think?
Oh,
I thought the Lance Trout joke was good.
What was your hot political stuff?
Was this the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Play it again. All right. Now, if you're
Fester, why? It was over. You had to bring him back.
I love it.
If you're a fan of Trump, call now. And if you're a fan of Joe Biden, call now.
No, stop
We're going
it.
to cross
No,
the lines.
no,
we're
we're
going to
not-
have you argue your political
We're
points.
not doing politics on this show. Stop. All right, that's it. The debut of Hal Herman headlines.
Thank you, everybody. Man, how is that since I'm sitting with you, pal?
Like a rock. Oh, man.
Holy crap. I am worn out. I got to take a nap now.
I cannot believe.
Oh,
And what do you guys think about that Kevin Costner gerbil thing? Is that true?
stop it.
Sure.
All right, I'm moving along.
Should I leave?
Was that a fiasco?
Hey,
Was that
is this a pool ball? Hang on a second.
was that a broadcast fiasco?
You know
Oh,
what?
my
Let me see the
God.
bottle. I got one more.
No, stop.
No
Leave-
more bottles.
I'm gonna throw this at.
No more bottles.
Froggy,
No.
just take the Hal Herman
I'm gonna
jacket
hold
off.
I need a finale.
No, it's it. It's over. It's done. I'm
But
moving
I
on.
have a feeling if
No,
I throw
stop.
this at it,
No.
it'll
You're
break.
You're
No.
probably gonna miss.
Do not.
Stop.
Do not.
Ah,
All right.
son of a bitch.
All right.
All right.
Mo-
It was
all
a
right,
mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman.
Can I sit in for the rest of the show?
Yeah, sure. Bring Froggy back.
Damn, who's that?
Take the jacket and the sunglasses off. Bring Froggy back.
Was there anything accurate in that entire
Would you
report?
please?
Well, yeah, Ringo Starr from the Eagles fell.
Oh, my God.
And people
All
are
right.
worried.
Is he still alive?
Guys, let me try to put the show back on
Yes, I'm
on some type of footing here. Whew.
So next week, I'll be back.
I need a tranquil. Someone give me a Valium or something.
Monday morning, another edition.
God. All right, 8:19. No, there's no more. There's not
What?
enough.
You said it was going to be a weekly thing.
There's no
The
addition.
Triple H.
All right, well, we'll see. All right, 8:19, rolling up on 8:20 at the MJ Morning Show. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you still are after that Hal Herman
Hey, wait a minute.
disaster.
That is a-
You know, I saw two items here, and I thought that it would be interesting to ask you, the MJ Morning Show listening public. Item one is, my mom cut my baby's hair without permission, and she did a horrific half-ass job. Then, so this is a story I saw earlier in the week, and it's about a mother of a kid and grandma, without permission, decides to cut the kid's hair and just wrecks the hair.
How old is the kid?
The kid was 6 months old.
Oh, 6 months old.
A 6-month-old baby, and grandma cuts the hair without permission.
Does
And
a 6-month-old need a haircut?
just
Probably not.
Well, apparently this grandma thought this one did. But then, wait a minute. Then an aunt, or an aunt, however you want to say it, gave a tattoo to a woman's 7-year-old kid. So the mother called the police on the aunt. So this kind of raises the question, and I don't know what kind of phone calls we're going to get here, but this could be interesting. What have grandparents done, or another relative? Has another relative taken a liberty with your kid? So your son, your daughter, and here you have grandma or grandpa or another relative or family member doing something that is completely off base, completely out of bounds. Didn't ask permission, did something. I thought maybe we try to grab a couple of calls here to see if folks have stories about relatives just doing things that are just absolutely bonkers and couldn't believe they did something without permission. Look, the phones are, I haven't even given out the phone number yet, and the phones are already ringing. All right, 800-990-1047. So to get in, I'll grab a couple of calls on this. 800-990-1047. And Andrew's telling me we have to take line one right away, immediately.
We'll find out.
All right, but if you've got a story about grandma, grandpa doing something out of control with your kids, and you freaked out, 800-990-1047. Let me grab line one. Andrew says I got to grab line one. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hi, this is a close friend of Lucas Pucus.
Hi.
First-time listener, long-time fan. I heard the podcast yesterday. I gotta say, I don't think you're giving this guy enough credit. I think he's a pretty solid guy.
Okay, hold on. Listen,
Who's Lucas Pucus?
I'm all for funny jokes, but I don't know if I'm following you.
Yesterday, Chloe was going bridge jumping with this random guy.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
we needed a little more context here.
Look, oh, that's right. We
At
called
the very end of the show.
We called Chloe yesterday, and Chloe said that she was going to go bridge jumping up near the University of New Hampshire in Durham, New Hampshire, and she was going bridge jumping with a friend of hers named Lucas, and I called him Lucas Pucus, right?
Exactly, and I think he's a pretty solid guy.
Okay, what else?
Who are you?
Yeah, are you Lucas? Are you my daughter's friend up at college that's trying to talk her into bridge jumping? Jumping off a bridge into like some waterway up in New Hampshire.
Well, I don't have the honor of being the Lucas Tukas that tried talking her into it. But what I will say is I have jumped off this bridge, and I am perfectly fine now.
Okay. All right. So
Who's laughing in the background?
Hey, Dad.
Oh my gosh!
What the heck is my daughter doing with this caller at 8:24 in the morning?
Oh, my God.
What's happening?
What is going on here?
Starbucks,
Chloe, is that you? That's you.
Yeah.
All right, is this Lucas calling in?
No.
No, this is Cole. Lucas is here too.
Oh.
What? Lucas Pukas is there?
They just want to hear themselves on the podcast.
What is this? We're not a public access show.
all right. So Chloe, if you can hear me, you have some very unfunny friends.
All right.
I'll tell you that.
Bye, Chloe.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye, Chloe.
What the hell?
Get control of her.
All right. So, all right, let me go to phones on the topic that oh no, not Brian wants to call in about Hal Herman's news.
Oh, great. What does he think?
All right. If you're calling in about grandma and grandpa doing something to your kids that was out of line, hold on. I'll get to those calls in a minute. First, Brian wants to talk about Hal Herman news. Yes, Brian.
So this Hal's horrible news that was just telecast, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you say it was the debut?
Yes, that was the first. That was the first maiden voyage of Hal Herman headline news.
Hey, it's me, Hal Herman. I'm still in the studio. Yes, we're going to be doing it every week, sir. Give me your opinion. What'd you think?
Well, that's what I was calling about. I was hoping it might be the last because my head hurts.
Okay.
Well, you what? I'll make it harder when I bitch slap you, baby boy.
Hold on.
How about that?
Don't come after Brian like
How
that.
about that?
Okay, pal.
You ever been smacked by a man in your ear and lost your equilibrium, you stupid old ass? Yeah. Keep it up.
Froggy,
Froggy, this is Hal Herman talking.
Stop yelling.
Now give me something back, puke.
Stop yelling at the caller.
Come on, you boob.
First of all, I will say,
Don't fire up, Hal.
Brian, I apologize for
Brian did have
I think I'm making my point, with him.
No, you are. You know, and,
Yeah, exactly.
and guess what? Froggy, Hal Herman, is just putting an exclamation point on your point.
So
Thank you.
Thank
He's
you.
made my point.
Yeah, how about
Thank
I
you.
hyperextend your knee? You
want to
kick you? Yeah, that's right.
your
You
friend?
know, you ever kicked in somebody's knee?
You want to hyperextend his knee? That's your anger.
Now you're threatening to hyperextend.
I'll do what I need to do to this. How old are you, old timer?
He's
you want to
gone.
meet at a field and do this old style like we used to do back in the old news days?
All right, he's gone.
Okay, I feel better.
I'll tell you, he did have a great name for this segment, Hal's Horrible News.
Can I go back to the phone calls?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about grandmas and
That's right.
grandpas doing things to your kids that were unauthorized.
All right, lines are jammed, by the
They
way. Every
are.
line is full.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Elizabeth in Spring Hill. Hello, Elizabeth.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
First of all,
This show is like a Norfolk and Southern train derailment this morning. All right, go ahead, Elizabeth.
so I had my son, and I voiced my concerns. I want to take my son to have his special haircut, his first haircut, and I kind of made this aware to my mother because I know how daring she is. And it was 2 weeks before his photo shoot for his first birthday and his birthday party. And I come home from work and I see that my son has bangs.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
So emo.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And to this day, my son is 8 years old. To this day, she sees that she didn't do anything wrong, in her opinion.
Oh, yeah, that's the way it is. And then they're angry at you for being angry at them and the whole shebang. Elizabeth, thank you. Have a great weekend. Kathy in Seminole. Kathy, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Good morning. My story is my 2-year-old daughter, my sister-in-law, was babysitting her, and when she brought her home, she got her ears pierced without asking.
Oh, that's a bad one.
That's awful. I know. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, my God. That is among the worst. You know. One of the stories was one was an unauthorized haircut that was awful, and then the other story was an aunt had a 7-year-old tattooed.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, what are people thinking? I don't know.
I know.
It's crazy.
So,
Right.
and what ensued? So, grandma, who was it that
So this is sister-in-law.
sister-in-law
brought her
got the kids' ears pierced without permission? Yeah, that's terrible. Kathy, thank you. Let me grab Stacy is next. Stacy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Stacy.
Good morning. I was just calling because when my daughter was 6 months old, my sister decided to take her to get her ears pierced without my knowledge.
Oh my, 6 months old?
Yes. And she, again, saw nothing wrong with it. And I was like, why would you do that to a child without our knowledge?
And what happened? What was the resolution?
She still has her ears pierced to this day.
Oh, wow.
But she just did it without anyone's authorization to do it. And called me while I was at work to tell me.
That's terrible. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Listen, all the phones are bringing up, either haircut, ear. I mean, why is it? Why do relatives, like grandparents or sister-in-law, why do they think that they can have stuff that's sort of permanently
that liberty?
Like with piercings, the haircuts are different, but still, what gives people the right to do things to your kid? It just doesn't make any sense. All right, now I got to take line 6 because this is somebody that wants to comment further on Hal Herman news.
Oh, wow, more.
All right, Jill's in Largo. Hello, Jill. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi, MJ. Can you hear me on my headphones, or do you want me to go to my regular?
No, you sound great. It's
Okay.
very, very clear.
Okay. I'm at the tap, and I went around the other side so the traffic doesn't bother my phone. I love Hal's horrible news, but I'm a grandma that wanted to pierce my 16-year-old granddaughter's ears at 6 months, and I asked my daughter first, and we went together and pierced them. I think that's the way to go. Yeah. But Hal, keep messing with MJ. I think you're hilarious. You're hilarious. I love you guys.
Well, Hal
I
just
tell
left.
everybody to listen to MJ Morning Show, and people did not know about you coming back. They really didn't.
So did you say Jill-arious?
Hilarious.
Yeah, because your name is Jill,
Jill.
so it's Jill-arious.
I like it.
Allegedly, yes.
right.
Allegedly, yes. I'm
Thanks,
hilarious.
Jill.
I love you guys.
I love you too. Have a great weekend.
Gilarious?
Hey,
Allegedly?
Yeah.
What other words do you...
Yeah, Froggy, thanks for liking all my Instagram posts. I love you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jill Lilius.
There you go.
Luscious?
Oh, man.
I wonder who that is.
I got to take another one here. David's in Tampa. David, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, David, go ahead.
All right, so when I was growing up, this was a friend of mine that was a neighbor down the street. They moved away, and his father was Christian. His mother was Jewish. The grandparents were firm believers in their faith, of course, and then they went away on vacation. When they were on vacation, the grandparents went and had the child, younger, circumcised because that's how they wanted to ensure, their beliefs.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that is very permanent.
Can that be topped?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we're done with this segment.
so
Oh my God.
Good job,
good
David.
night, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is horrid.
Had the wiener snipped without just secretly?
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, pretty much. The parents went on vacation. He was still younger. We were kids. We grew up together. And then next thing you know, the grandparents said, hey, we're doing this. And they did it without the parents' knowledge. And, he got cut for life.
That sounds like a crime.
It does. It
does.
sounds like a
mean-
sounds like a battery or it sounds that's crazy. So what happened?
Oh.
But then, you can't put it back.
Oh,
No,
man.
you sure can't.
Thanks
All
for
right.
that keen medical
All right.
observation, David.
All right, thank you. Hey, Andrew, I see you've got some other haircut. I'm sorry.
Done.
I'm ending it on the on the unauthorized circumcision. We're ending it right there, baby.
Yeah, I got a
Right there.
haircut without permission. Top the circumcision story.
All right, let me lighten around a lot of stuff here because I've got so much to cram in on this Friday. First of all, I saw an item about a psychic that claims to talk to the dead and is telling people that this is where you go when you die. All right, come on, please.
I think I'm starting to believe in that stuff.
Come on, who believes that there's a psychic that can talk to the dead? Please, folks, don't fall for this crap. There's no psychic. Do people really believe this? Are these the same people that would allow Elon Musk to put a chip in their brain?
Yeah.
You know, we mentioned that yesterday. Elon Musk is looking for his company, Neuralink, is looking for volunteers to test a brain chip interface. Okay, who's going to raise their... Yes, Elon Musk, put a chip in my brain. All right, so first, though, there's no psychic out there that can communicate with the dead. See, these are the people that have, like thousands of dollars ripped off.
Right.
Oh, yeah, if you want me to continue the communication, you got to wire me or send me a Western Union or Venmo me $5,000. I mean, who falls for this stuff? Come on.
Some people, elderly.
Yeah, a psychic. A psychic. This is a woman from California. And I don't want to give her too much. Her name is Emily Dexter. And she's a 31-year-old self-proclaimed psychic that says that she regularly speaks with the deceased and she can talk to your deceased. Come on, who believes this stuff?
Especially
if I ask for phone lines, Froggy, if I ask for phone calls, right, do you think that people would call up and say, MJ, you're full of crap. There are psychics that can talk to the dead.
And I bet you they'd say they haven't experienced it. But of course they do.
I'll tell you what, phones have been wacky already. Let's make them wackier. If you truly believe that there are psychics that can talk to the deceased, why don't you call me up? Call up the MJ Morning Show, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
Or if you're a psychic and you can talk to the dead, call up.
Yeah.
I got a couple of questions for Abe Lincoln.
Didn't that New Jersey psychic get called? Like something happened with her where she was called out?
I remember there was a psychic once, and I don't know if it was talking to the dead, but she was like on a show, like a Dr. Phil type show, and she told the family that their missing child was deceased. And then the child was found 5 years later.
God, come on.
And I'm like, what a sham. What a hack.
They're all shams and hacks. Come on. All right, folks, I'll take a couple of calls here. Do you think that there's any psychic that can communicate with the dead? You think there's a psychic that's going to take your money and be able to talk to a deceased loved one? Come on. All right, 800, look at the phones. Boom. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What are you snickering at over there?
I just thought of a funny social media channel where you talk to dead people, but they're like famous dead people, and you ask them ridiculous questions. I didn't say it was funny. You asked me what I was snickering at.
Whatever.
Sounds up in my head.
All right.
We got who do we got? We got
Travis in St. Pete. I'm only going to grab a couple calls. We have a lot to do here. Travis, St. Pete, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, long-time listener here. I had an appointment or a session with a psychic a couple weeks after my father passed away, and, I mean, she knew things that I said to my father as he was dying. So I don't know how she could have known that, but I definitely believe.
Yeah, listen, Travis, I don't want to pick a fight with you. I don't.
No, I get that. That's what makes the world go around.
Yeah, to each his own. But I just don't. I think that there are plenty of psychics out there that take money from people. That's their business model. And I just do not believe that any human being is talking to. Listen, you might be having your own little conversation in your head in some kind of world, but a psychic that takes money from people and claims to be able to communicate with your deceased loved ones, I don't believe it for a minute. Thank you, buddy. Let's grab Anonymous in St. Pete. Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Go ahead, Anonymous. Hold on. Are you flying a jet with like a window open?
Oh, my windows are up. I got a BRZ. I think that's the sound it makes.
Are you on hands-free or are you talking into your phone?
Hold on. You're on a what?
I drive a Subaru, and it's a manual, and it's just a little bit loud, even with the air off.
It is. All right. So, Anonymous, go ahead.
I would never accept money from people, but I've been around a lot of deaths. Like, my stepmom died this weekend, and just even other people in my family, and definitely I think that the spirit is transcendent of the physical trappings and can communicate because, I don't know, she died and there's all these problems in the family, and I could definitely still hear her being make sure the right thing is done by my son. and things like that, or like, you know, my grandfather.
Listen, I think that, you know, it exists where you might, what would that person say, or you want to hear them, or what would they do in this situation? I think that that's normal and natural, but actually having a path of communication and literally being spoken to, or, you know, talked to, having messages sent from the deceased or a psychic, anonymous. I'm sorry, we're going to disagree on this. I don't think
it was going to happen.
I just don't think it exists. And I think a lot of people get bilked. A ton of people, you know, you have all these, these con game scams that go on with, you know, psychics, you know, saying, oh, to remain in the communication mode, it's going to cost you another $10,000, blah, blah, blah.
So if that last caller would have went to a psychic who said, you're going to buy the noisiest car in production, then I would believe, because that was almost...
And then call the MJ Morning Show while you're at it. Hey, we mentioned this late in the show yesterday. And then we got to call your sandwich guy.
Our sandwich
guy?
Our?
Well, you kind of set this up. Hold on. We have a local sandwich shop that's like named like the best in the country.
That I never heard of. I know a thing or two about the restaurant scene in Tampa.
Absolutely.
But I never heard of this place, and this guy was totally cool yesterday. When I talked to him.
USA Today named a local sandwich joint as like top in the United States. And it's not far from my house. All right, hold on. I'll explain in just a matter of minutes. So we'll get to that. So yesterday, we were this is toward the end of the show, about Elon Musk and his Neuralink company, that now they're going to look for volunteers for clinical trials to implant a brain-computer chip in your brain. So this is the beginnings of interfacing computers with a human brain. And Elon Musk's neurotechnology company, Neuralink, they're looking for people to trial its brain-computer chip. Are you kidding me? Who the hell is going to allow Elon Musk? Who's raising their hand? Hey, Elon, yes, put a chip in my brain. Yeah, cut my skull open and put a chip inside.
So kind of people that just called up who believe in clairvoyance and stuff.
Do you have to just like think of a web address?
What?
Like, how does this work? You put your chip in and it links with your computer, and like, hey, I want to go to Google, and I just think, well, go to Google, and it does.
All right, now
there'd be porn in front of people, guys all over the world, constantly.
There are possible, and I think we're just years away from this, and you got to start somewhere. But who's volunteering? So some of the positive uses for a brain chip, for instance, that it could help somebody with paralysis.
Or seizures or something like
Use
that?
a smartphone with their mind.
Yeah.
So a brain-computer interface could allow you to do tasks by thinking about them when you physically can't. But I understand that this science, this technology is probably going to happen. But who is listening to this show right now that would say, hey, Elon Musk, yeah, cut my head open, put in your brain chip, and, hey, let's test it.
So a lot of people, you'd be surprised.
All right, should we? I don't know. Listen, I can't imagine we're going to get any phone calls here on this. But I'll tell you what. You call me if you want Elon Musk to guinea pig you and try out his Neuralink brain chip in your head. Would you allow Elon Musk's company to put a chip in your brain? Let's go. Fire up my phones right now. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you would say, yes, Elon, put a chip in my brain. Let's go. I'm only going to grab a couple of calls. If we even get a call of somebody saying, yes, I would do it, I'll raise my hands. I don't expect the phone to ring at all at 800-990-1047. I can't imagine anyone's going to call up and say, yeah, I would let Elon Musk's neurotechnology company, jam some intel inside in my head.
You know, it'd be hilarious if all this rumor got out there that he's doing this or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just came out with like a brand of potato chips called brain chips. Something cool like that. He did make a flamethrower at one point.
Like Ruffles have ridges?
Yeah. My new brain
that kind of thing. All right, so, oh, my God, every phone line is ringing. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Every line.
Yeah, but are they willing to do it, or are they going to call and say, not me?
Will it take away my gout?
While Andrew is screening calls, I guess a lot of people are interested in the rice makers that I'm giving away next week.
Rice maker.
Rice cookers. Rice cookers. Soji Rushi rice cookers. So again, for those that don't know what's going on, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm giving away over $200 value Soji Rushi. It's a great Japanese company, and they make the best rice cookers on the planet. Soji Rushi. Zojirushi. And they became aware of my Instagram, where I just kind of, show myself making these poke bowls with tuna cubes and, making a sauce and vegetables. And I put it on a bed of amazing Japanese koshi hikari sticky rice. And I feature and I highlight, I'm like, man, if you like rice, if you love Japanese rice, you got to have this Zojirushi rice maker. This rice cooker is just amazing. So they've seen my social media on my Instagram. So I get contacted last week from Zojirushi, from their PR folks out in California, from Zojirushi America. And they're like, would you like to give away some rice makers on your show? Because it happens to be National Rice Month. September's national. So they're sending me 5 Zojirushi Japanese rice cookers to give away next week. And I looked at my email a little while ago during the last break.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck? I mean, everyone's emailing me, hey, how do we win? I'm from out of town. Can I still win? So we have so many people that watch the MJ TV stream, or people that listen to the stream online, just audio. So next week, folks, I'll figure it out. But starting on Monday and all next week, I'm going to give away one of these Zojirushi rice cookers every morning next week here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And listen, this show, just expect the unexpected. Would you have thought for a minute, we got the cash kitty, right? We're giving away your shot at a $5,000 a day, $1,000.
I'd expect that.
8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. All right, so giving away cash, a radio station, you'd expect that.
Yeah.
Would you expect the MJ Morning Show to give away Japanese Zojirushi rice cookers? Of course not. No. But that's the surprise.
Never heard of that before.
Surprise element of the MJ Morning Show. All right, so phones have blown up with people that would let Elon Musk put a chip in their brain. All right, let's grab Adam in Winter Haven. Hello, Adam. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. How's it going?
All right, so you would allow Elon Musk's company to put a chip in your head?
Yeah, absolutely. You might be able to even have, vision enhanced to be able to see way more than you can. I have to wear glasses. I know you can just get LASIK, but there's probably more that he can do with the chip.
So you'd let Elon Musk's company cut into your brain, put in a chip with the hopes of making your vision better?
Well, by the time that they would do those, they would be so advanced, because right now they just want to try to get people who are mostly brain dead to be able to give them function back.
Yeah.
So by the time they'll take me, it'd be way advanced.
No, I agree with that. But, again, the general question is, would you want to be a guinea pig for Elon Musk? And my answer is no, but you say yes.
I'm a big Elon Musk fan. I got a Tesla. I know you hate on them a little bit, but I love it. I'm a big fan of him.
All right. Hey, Adam, thanks for listening. They say different strokes, different folks. Chris is in Sun City Center. Hey, Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Chris, would you let Elon Musk jam a chip in your brain?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Well, number one, I'm an IT by trade, and I have a feeling that we're all going to be going there sooner or later.
So you think we're all going to be like cyborgs?
Quite possibly, not like tomorrow or anything, but I have a feeling that metaphysical and we're going to have a bigger merger with technology and humans coming, soon. Maybe not like 10 years or 100 years, but, down the road.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's grab Javier in Palmetto. Javier, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Good morning.
Go ahead. Yes or no?
Yes. I would do it. Why not?
Why not?
Well, I think of a million reasons.
Just think about it. Remember, the movie from The Matrix where you could learn another language or something, become a pilot or something, or you could just plug in and download some information to my brain.
Yeah, I could become an NBA forward or a center.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Starting center for the Lakers, MJ.
Let's grab John. John says he's 70 years old. John is in Clearwater. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. Hey, listen, I would do it just because I'm 70. What the hell? I ain't got that many years left, and if it helps the humanity, why not do it? It'd be
Plenty of years left.
John
sir.
makes a good point. I mean, John, what do you got?
I'm 70. Okay, Elon, just cut open my skull and jam a chip in there.
MJ, John's probably going to kick. John's probably got a decade left, right?
You stop.
John, yeah, maybe. John might have a decade. Why not help humanity? If he could do something to advance mankind, yeah.
John, thanks for the call. Andrew, stop taking calls. I thought I was going to have trouble getting one call, and every line is jammed in here. All right, Matt's in Plant City. Matt, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, yes, Matt.
So I would not have a chip put in. However, if history proves right, every one of the astronauts that went up in space, they didn't know if those things were going to work when they stepped on the moon. So you have individuals that are willing to
take a risk. Yeah. No, hey, Matt, great point. Norma, Clearwater. All right, quickly here. Andrew, no more calls. I mean, the phones won't stop ringing on this. Norma, Clearwater, go ahead.
Hi, MJ. Yes, I would be hesitant, but I would consider it. As a person with depression and anxiety, I've often said I want my brain studied. Like, I wish someone could get in there, and I think there would be medical advantages to it.
All right, thank you. Rob's in Largo. A couple more. That's it. I got to move on. Rob, go ahead.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
Doing fine. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, man, I had brain surgery already, so if he goes in again, that's fine. Yes, I would have this done. Do you know what DBS is?
Dino DBS?
Do you know what
I
DBS
had
is?
that done Parkinson's.
Park. Yeah. So, wait a minute. So, did you say Dino DBS?
Yes, DBS is in Dino. Yes.
Do you know what DBS is?
No.
That's right.
What is it?
It's deep brain stimulation.
So, so where they put little like electrical impulses to shock.
Sir.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Sure.
Well, I charge up once a week, man, like Frankenstein. You're gonna love it if you ever saw it.
Yeah, but
nice.
No, listen, I can't walk out to lightning storms either, man. I fear the lightning, dude.
Yeah,
really?
It's going to be attracted to your head? I mean, but Rob,
Did you get hit struck 66 times?
Oh, that's right. The guy. Oh, that's right. The
Great
guy.
outdoors.
Great outdoors.
All right.
All right. Last call on this. Tyson is last on this, and no more calls, Andrew. Man, the weirdest crap. I don't expect to get phone calls, and I got to turn calls away. Tyson, last call on this. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just depending on how much they would pay you to be the guinea pig, if it could help take care of my family, because I'm 52 and probably not much longer going to be here. So.
Well, what do you mean 52? You could be around for another 30-something years.
I know. I doubt it. I just been to the doctors and found stuff out that, I could still probably go another 10 years, but I would do the study if it could help take care of the family.
All right. So what's your number, Tyson?
Number?
Yeah, I'll give you $15,000 to put a chip in your head.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll give you $18,000.
Well, so, yeah, what's your number? How much would it take for you to allow Elon Musk to put a computer chip in your head?
It would have to be 100, 200,000.
All
I
right.
know that's not a ton of money, but that would help.
I don't know. You're only going to be alive 10 more years.
What,
That's
what
a lot of
kind
money.
of what kind of credit card bills do you have?
Oh no, I owe probably $4,000 on one credit card.
You want to leave MJ all of your money, millions and millions of dollars?
Thanks, Tyson. Have a great day.
Well, that's what you want.
All right. When we get back, I want to get. Remember, Billy Howard. Billy Howard from the Consumer Protection Law Firm.
Yes.
I keep getting these spam calls, and I recorded the latest one from yesterday. So if folks, you can sue these companies that are spamming you, and Billy has these stories of recovering like thousands and thousands of dollars. All right, so I want to talk to him, and we got to talk to the sandwich guy.
Yeah.
A Tampa restaurant was named the best cheap place to eat in the United States by USA Today. And it's right here in Tampa. I mean, it's not far from my house. And I had no idea.
I never heard of this place.
All right, hold on. You got to hear about this, and we'll get to that and a whole lot more We're loaded. Final hour to go with a lot of stuff on the way on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. We're back in minutes. Stand by. Now. MJ Morning Show at Q105. It is 9:05. I'm running about 5-6 minutes late here, so I apologize. Just been a weird, jammed up show today. So we got to call the sandwich dude. Let me call Billy Howard quickly from the Consumer Protection Law Firm, local place. He made some headlines recently because he was going after Spectrum Charter Communications because of the whole Disney Channel debacle. And now I'm hearing from people that are getting like $6 credits on their cable bill for all of the ESPN channels that were missing during the carriage dispute. But I want to get a hold of Billy Howard because he also goes after these spam phone callers. And, man, they are brazen, and they know that they're subject to these major fines. And it's just been increasing. Instead of it getting less, I'm getting more. And there are these, the Paycheck Protection Program, or you've got money coming to you. I mean, I'm getting just every single day, I'm getting these damn calls. So I wanted to play the latest for Billy and, see what he wants to do here. 813. I misdialed. 813.
You need a jitterbug.
I need bigger buttons.
I'm getting old.
I need the jitterbug with the buttons the size of Pop-Tarts,
Billy Howard.
Hey, Billy, it's MJ. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, my man. How you doing? Good morning.
All right, so Billy Howard, the Consumer Protection Law Firm, right?
Yes, sir.
So I got the name right. All right, so have you noticed, I don't know if you're getting them, I have Verizon cell service. I am getting a market increase in these financial assistance, calls where it's like a recording, but they're trying to make it sound like it's a real person calling you. What is going on? And I have the latest. This one I got yesterday. Let me play this for you. And this is yesterday's call. And I know that they're subject to like what, $10,000 fines per call.
Well, so you can get $1,500 per call.
Right. Okay.
And then plus they pay me $1,000 an hour to sue them.
All right. Let me play the latest. Here, listen to this. I got this yesterday, Billy.
Hi, this is Jenny from the Financial Hardship Loan Center. Our records indicate...
Oh, look, it's Jenny. Jenny's calling from the...
sounds so nice.
Yeah, she's calling from the Financial Hardship Loan Center. All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Jenny from the Financial Hardship Loan Center. Our records indicate we reached you regarding a $36,000 financial hardship loan that can be funded today. Due to inflation and rising costs, there's no credit check. This loan can be used for anything, including paying off debt, unexpected bills, or personal use. The approval process only takes a few minutes. If you would like to apply for a $36,000 financial hardship loan, please give us a call back and we will be able to assist you immediately. There is currently no wait times. Thank you very much and talk to you soon.
Thank you, Jenny from the block.
Sounds cute.
All right, so Billy, you're aware of these calls, right?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like free money, MJ. What's your problem? Just call and get your money.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So there's been a change in the law. The past administration made all calls legal. I mean, I've had robocall cases where I've gotten my client $500,000 in their pocket after they paid my 40%. And then that specific guy called me and goes, "Hey, Billy, if you will reduce your attorney fees by $50,000, I could put $50,000 more in my pocket." And I politely told him, "No, thank you." So the laws have changed. These calls, all the robocalls, those are basically legal now.
Well, why did that change? What, they were illegal, and now how did they become legal again?
So the last judge that was appointed to the Supreme Court 3 years ago, she reviewed her own opinion, which has never been done before, and basically said the system that is defined that makes these calls applies to no systems in place today. So all these calls that you could get $500 to $1,500 per call were all now legal. So Florida passed a new law which had a good definition.
All right, now, hold on. When you say Supreme Court, you're talking about the Florida Supreme Court or the U.S. Supreme Court?
Supreme Court.
Hang on, say it again.
The United States Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, when she was appointed 3 years ago.
Trump appointee. Go ahead.
Correct. She made all calls basically legal. The only calls and it was called the Facebook versus Do-Good case. The only calls that remained illegal after her ruling was the pre-records, like Jenny. And so Florida, in the wake of that horrible decision from the Supreme Court, passed a law that basically said any calls using an automated system were illegal. Well, this last session, our current governor amended that law. So now all of those calls are legal. The only calls that are now illegal in Florida are telemarketing calls. All texts are legal now. The telemarketing calls are still illegal. And the pre-recorded calls like you got are illegal. So
all right, so the call I just played for you, hey, it's Jenny from the Financial Hardship Loan Center, blah, 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 blah. All right, so that is illegal?
Jenny from the block broke federal law by calling.
All right, so what's my payday, Billy? How much? I want to get paid. How much is that worth? Hang on, Jenny.
Hi, this is Jenny from the Financial Hardship.
All right, how much is that worth?
Hey, Jenny from the block has got a lot of money, but this Jenny is most likely a scam. It's kind of like, there's a lot of laws that get broken and then criminals that escape into the night.
All right, so Billy, what am I owed for that? I keep getting these calls. I'm getting them like every day or every other day.
Call them up, MJ, and play along. See if they will give you their company name or address.
Right.
And then I can knock on their door and say, good morning, this is Billy Howard, and here's your lawsuit, and you're going to pay me $1,500 for every single call you made, and you're going to pay my attorney $1,000 an hour. And if it's a good class action, like we discussed before, you can get, for bringing the case itself, you can get $15,000 to $50,000 for being that person that brings the case.
All right, now, before I let you roll, I want to point out how this is happening. I don't know if this is happening to other folks out there, but when I get these calls, my phone rings once with restricted, and then it drops off. So it immediately hangs up. So I don't know how they get their computer to do this. I don't even get a chance to pick up. It rings as restricted, like no caller ID. It hangs up immediately, and then when I look at my phone history, it has restricted, and then right behind it has a bogus spoof number, and then it automatically leaves the message on my voicemail. So I don't know how they're technically doing that, but that's what's happening.
So that is new technology, and being a super famous rich guy like you probably have a new phone, but it's a ringless phone call where some people don't even get the ring. It just goes straight to voicemail.
Wow.
But you know what? It's technology. Think about the old days, MJ, when you and I were talking about these scam calls. They were a lot less sophisticated. I mean, Jenny sounds kind of like a nice girl, and maybe I want to give her a buzz. And they're just getting better and better.
Hey, Jenny, what are you wearing right now?
What's that?
I asked Jenny what she's wearing right now.
All right.
Well, why don't you call her back? Let's call her back right now.
All right, Billy, hold on. Yesterday, I'm looking at my phone log. Yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, I received a call from Eastland, Texas, a 254 area code, about a guy named Jason who's trying to sell me solar products.
Right.
Anyway, hey, Billy, I'm going to get you this information. I'm telling you, I have like 15 voicemails over the last month saved from these. They're selling me all kinds of fun. I got money coming into me from the COVID pandemic. I got this, I got a loan that's been blah, blah, blah. All right, Billy, I'll get in touch with you. I got to run, but Billy,
give me the name and address, and I'll do the rest.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Billy.
Later.
Billy Howard, Consumer Protection Law Firm. here in the Tampa Bay area. All right, so we got to get a hold of Mikey Dortch. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, he's the owner of Mikey's Sandwich Shop.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Are you guys going?
All right, so I still have my 9-10 must-hear story coming up. I'm running just wacky late today. So I'll get to my 9-10 must-hear story in just a matter of minutes.
Sorry, you must first dial a 1 or 0.
Oh, he's got one of those? I got to dial a 1?
I don't know how it works.
All right, so this is an amazing story. Mikey Dortch has just been named by USA Today as the best cheap place to eat in America.
Mikey's Subs.
Mikey's Subs.
Good for him.
In Tampa.
Oh, come on, Mikey.
This is truly amazing. If we can get a hold of him, I might just have to be, talking to Mikey on Monday. Yeah. Fester, did you set this up?
Yeah, I sent a text to him a couple minutes ago.
Okay, all right.
Please leave your message for 8.
You want to maybe call him up? You want to call him up? So this, to me, this is an amazing story. Locally, Tampa restaurant has just been named by USA Today as the top spot for best cheap places to eat in the U.S. So they looked at 28,000 budget-friendly restaurants across the country, across 50 states. And to qualify, you had to be designated as a $1 sign on Google's cost scale and have 200-plus reviews. And right here in Tampa, Mikey's Subs took the prize.
Good for him.
Just under 500 reviews, according to Channel 8. Perfect 5-star rating. Top spot. They use locally baked bread, boar's head meats, house-made sauces, perfect flavor profile for each sub. All right, we got them on line 1. All right. So this is truly astounding, and I've never heard of Mikey's Subs, and it's top in the USA. Mikey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, dude, MJ and the crew here. I got Froggy and Fester. What does it feel like to be named by USA Today the best cheap place to eat in America?
MJ, it's a blessing, man. This is something I never thought, we would do. We're just out here grinding and making sandwiches and making people happy. And when we saw that yesterday, just, your heart just explodes out of your chest.
Did you have any idea, Mikey, this was coming, or was this just a shocker?
Total shocker. We've had some good write-ups, obviously, in Tampa for a few years that we've been in business now. But, man, nobody told us this was coming. And so yesterday was a crazy busy day for us. Obviously, we sold out of food way early and weren't expecting it.
Wow. All right, so this is going to be an absolute boon to business. I mean, this is putting you on the map. I mean, out of 330 million people in this country, millions of businesses,
right?
Mikey's Subs in Tampa is number 1 in the United States for best cheap places to eat. So, Mikey, what's the average cost of a full-size sub?
$13 before tax, right around there.
All right. And what's your biggest selling sub? What's the number 1 sub you sell the most of?
So our most famous thing, the reason we're on the map, I guess, is because of our Italian sandwich. We make a creamy garlic Parmesan Italian dressing.
You got some gabagool on there?
Yeah, we got some gaba. It's straight up gabagool.
Gabagool. All right, just checking.
Yeah, give me some of the gabagool.
So, Mikey, where are you located?
We're in the brand new West Shore Marina District. I guess the neighborhood's about 2 years old, and we're situated inside a Duckweed Urban Grocery.
Yeah, folks, it's Duckweed, D-U-C-K. It's not I don't want to buy an iPad. It's Duckweed. All right. So, listen, this is just this is just south of Gandy, just right off of West Shore, just south of Gandy in South Tampa.
Is it by the bait shop?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's south of Gandy.
Oh, okay.
The bait shop's
south
on
of Gandy,
Gandy.
just by about a block.
Is that like near like Wyoming and around in there?
It's before that. So you're just coming literally two streets down south of Gandy on the right, and then you come back into a whole new neighborhood. There used to be a marina back here, if you remember, MJ.
Yep.
Back at the beginning. That's where it's all redeveloped now into
into a beautiful neighborhood.
What about that loading dock where they were selling cheap furniture? Is that still there?
The triage place.
I don't know. There's some place.
The triage is over by the Walmart.
Yeah, not that place.
No idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
Are you by West Coast Marine? You by there?
Yeah, West Coast Marine is around here.
There you go. That's my buddy's place.
All right, so dude, I might come see you today. I mean, do you have enough food now? I mean, you're gonna have to.
I bought a little more today. I've kept like a par how much food I keep on hand to the sales. I want to keep fresh product coming in every couple days, and so yesterday I wiped myself completely out. And now when I get off the phone with you, I got to get after this prep and try to get after it today. So I'm sure today will be our busiest day we've ever had.
Wow. So maybe I ought to wait. Maybe I'll come. Are you open on Saturday?
Yeah, we open it Saturday. Me and my brother will be here. I'll introduce you.
All right. So maybe I'll come by tomorrow morning as well. What time do you open up? 10:30, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, we open at 11.
11.
I'm here at the shop, tomorrow probably by 8.
Now it says fresh local baked bread. Who bakes your bread?
So La Segunda does our hoagie rolls.
Yep, can't beat La Segunda.
They've been doing Cuban bread in Tampa for 100 years.
Yep.
And who better to partner with to bring an amazing sandwich?
That's great. Folks, this is really tremendous. A total shocker. Had no idea. Mikey Subs in South Tampa, right off of West Shore, just a couple of blocks south of Gandy, has been named by USA Today the best cheap place to eat. Number 1 in America. So, dude,
congrats, Mikey.
Man, this is like winning the lottery. This is like hoagie sour Powerball or something. You know.
I know, man. I know. It's I'm huge in my faith, and this is something that I've been praying for, and God really answered in a big way.
Good for you.
And Mikey, I was told that you're a fan of the MJ Morning Show going back.
I've been listening to you, MJ and BJ Morning Show, 25 years ago.
Wow.
And, I every morning on the way to work, 104.7 is on the radio. And so I listen to you every morning. And this is like, for me, you're like a celebrity. This is like meeting Ali,
Oh, man. Hey, I'm just a dude that lives in South Tampa that just has a microphone shoved in my face.
Who likes a good sub.
Yeah, Mikey, I'm coming to see you, buddy, and just congratulations, Mikey Subs, South Tampa, West Shore, number 1 in America, buddy. Thank you, and I'm coming to see you soon.
It's Mickey Subs. Mickey.
Oh, hold on. Well,
good job,
okay,
MJ.
Hang on. All right,
hold on. We've been saying Mikey all this time.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off. You guys.
No. Correct me. Hang on a minute. So yeah, you got to correct. So it's Mickey.
Yeah.
But it's Mikey, right?
Mickey.
Hang on. So it's Mickey.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it is. Fester handed me.
I wrote it wrong, Mikey. Or Mickey.
Fester.
Mickey, I'm sorry, Mickey.
What an idiot.
Fester handed me the wrong thing here.
Mickey, my apologies.
Yeah. All right. So hey, listen. Folks. Correct me immediately.
We've been saying Mikey Subs for the last 10 minutes.
All right. So it's Mickey's Subs. Mickey, like Mickey Mouse. So Mickey's Subs.
Sir.
You had to sing it for me to make it sense.
Mickey Subs, West Shore, South again. Fester, can you get the spelling right on this?
MJ, you want to know the craziest thing? Hey, MJ, here's the craziest thing about Mickey Subs.
Yep.
Number 1. Yep. Number 4 on the USA Today list, Tampa Bay Empanadas on Dale Mabry, again, south of Gandy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
By Interbay.
I tried to call him last night to say congratulations. Couldn't get him on the phone.
Wow, amazing. All right, so Mickey's Subs. Thank you, buddy. All right, I'm gonna come see you soon. And you are Mickey. You are Mickey, the owner.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. I'll see you soon, Mickey.
Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, our pleasure. Thanks.
Congrats, Mikey.
That's Mickey.
Now I feel bad. Like it's never happened to him before.
Fester, you are so embarrassing.
All right, I gotta say,
Fester hands me the wrong name of the place.
I probably knew that, but what grown man is named Mickey? I mean, seriously. Come on.
Mickey Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, who else?
I mean, what an amazing feat out of the whole country that we got a place that's a couple of miles south of my house that's the best best sandwich cheap eats in the USA.
That's amazing. I look forward to going there.
Yeah, I am absolutely going. Maybe not today, but I think I'm going to go tomorrow. All right, 9:24 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So we got the final segment of the program next. So Froggy wants me to play his clairvoyant call.
No, you know what? You don't have to. It's just you were talking about the psychics before, and everybody loves. I got thousands of emails.
I'll tell you what. We will squeeze in Froggy's crank call with Biscuit the psychic.
I mean, don't make it sound like charity. MJ.
So
I know. I mean, you like to play your calls all the time. I have 500 you never
hang on.
play.
Biscuit and the psychic, right?
Biscuit and the clairvoyant.
Yeah, and not a clairvoyant, but a clamvoyant. CLAM.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get to that next, and a lot of loose ends. You know, I never got to the 9-10 must-hear story today because it's just been one of those days.
Too much.
So, too much today. So I will get to the 9-10 must-hear story next as well. So we got a lot of stuff to do in the final minutes of the MJ Morning Show. In minutes here on Q105. So... Oh, man, my wife's yelling at me. Michelle's sending me a text. Hey, if you've got a 9:10 must-hear story, you got to do it at 9:10. I realize it. I'm getting slapped around.
Yeah, when's the Michelle show? I could tune in and see how good she is at timing.
Yeah, well, she'd be better at me than me. I'll tell you that right now.
Actually, probably.
Yes.
She should do a podcast.
All right, so the 9:10 must-hear story of the day at 9:33 now. And I also got to play Froggy's biscuit crank call with the psychic.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I do a podcast with Michelle?
Stop.
Seriously, Mike and Michelle?
You're not doing a podcast
Michelle,
with my
do you want to do a
wife.
podcast with me? We can get into the life of MJ and what it's like to be married to him.
You're not.
All right, let me do one special with her.
You're not doing
me, Fester, and Michelle. One special?
Michelle would be too smart for us.
The great interview. Froggy interviews Michelle about MJ.
Let me do the 9:10.
Fine. Text me, Michelle.
All right, let me do the 9:10 must-hear story. So I'm running a little late today. I do apologize. Sleep experts have revealed the 5 foods you want to avoid for a good night's sleep.
If ice cream's on this list, it's crap science.
All right. This is what you need to avoid. If you're having trouble falling asleep, your late night snack could be the big problem here. So maybe you've tried everything to try to fall asleep. I'll tell you, man, I'm asleep in a minute.
You're lucky. I'm not like that.
Michelle will tell you that when I go to bed, I put my head on the pillow and I'm out within like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 tops.
And you take like mini nap during the day and you can still fall asleep like that?
Yeah, I do take a nap during the day.
I take a nap, man. I can't sleep.
Yeah. So we have a new report here that these foods could be keeping you awake and not allowing you to sleep. And number 1 is chocolate.
Yeah, that's all. It has caffeine.
Yep. So during the later stages of sleep, caffeine consumption can cause rapid eye movement to occur more frequently, which is why you're more likely to feel groggy the morning after you have chocolate at night. Yep. High levels of caffeine. So you will not have sweet dreams from the sweet chocolate because of the high caffeine.
Okay.
So put that at the top of your list right there.
Okay.
Next is cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah, certain cheeses and preserved meats, including bacon, ham, and pepperoni, contain high levels of tyramine. Tyramine causes the adrenal gland to release the fight or flight hormone, which increases alertness for a number of hours.
No way. I'll have a chocolate cheese sandwich with a cup of coffee and go right to sleep.
No wonder why Steve Urkel always looked tired.
All right, next, don't eat curry. They say if you're in a hurry to fall asleep, don't eat curry. If you're in a hurry, don't eat curry.
Check.
Because it contains high levels of capsaicin.
I never had it.
The chemical elevates body temperature by interfering with the body's thermoregulation. Don't eat curry.
I haven't had curry in a long time.
What was the one that you said that don't tell me if this is on the list?
Yeah, dude, don't tell me if like eating a half a gallon of ice cream.
That's next. That's on the list.
Shut up.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Many people like a scoop of ice cream.
Scoop. Whatever.
At the end of your dinner, but they say do not have the ice cream too close to bedtime. Sugary foods, ice cream will send blood sugar spiking fast, and it'll crash while you're asleep. But the crash in blood sugar alerts the adrenals that there's an emergency, which in turn increases cortisol levels and wakes the body from slumber. So don't eat ice cream before you go to bed.
That's my secret to getting up on time for the morning show. Listen, I go to sleep at 11:30.
So don't eat anything or do anything before bed. We get it.
Chips. Don't eat like potato chips.
That's the other thing. If I don't have ice cream, I'm going to have some chips.
Overconsumption of salt will dehydrate your body and increase water retention. You'll get bloated.
I'm already bloated.
Yeah.
Give me the ice cream and chips.
Don't eat chips. So that's the list of foods to avoid if you want to go to sleep.
If you eat too much ice cream, can you bring on diabetes?
I mean, consistently, I don't think like in one day.
But there's one kind of diabetes that you can get, right?
The diabetes.
Well, you have type 1 and type 2. So type 2 diabetes is the diabetes that you can get from
just eating.
I guess eating too much sugary foods or increasing your blood sugar through
Actually, you don't have that?
Food consumption.
You've got.
Yeah.
I probably do.
Yeah, being overweight, just being overweight or eating too much and I guess too much sugar, you can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so Froggy's crank call. This is Biscuit, and about an hour ago we were talking about psychics.
Yeah.
And I made the claim after we talked about a story about this psychic claims that she can talk to relatives who are dead. I mean, and there are people that pay the psychic. I'm like, come on, don't get wambookied, man. That's a racket. There's no human being that's a psychic that can communicate with your dead relatives. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it for 2 seconds.
So remember the old RTIR books that you could interview real psychics, people putting out books? I used to book the interviews.
So there was an old, like, magazine. It was this old, like...
it's still out there.
Is it?
Yeah.
So I guess it still exists.
Radio Trade Inside.
Yeah, whatever it was. They mailed it like once a month, and it was like all these experts or people trying to sell books or pimp out their products. They would make themselves available for radio interviews.
Yeah, the Radio TV Interview Report.
There you go.
RTIR.
That's where I got them
Radio
all.
TV Interview Report. So these people pay to get included in this guide, and then it gets mailed to radio stations all over the place.
It's a gold mine.
Where they have no content, so they have to interview like J-list individuals.
Yeah, it really is amazing.
So
some person writes one crappy book and they're an expert on something.
So Froggy used to go through this little guide and find these people to interview and just scam them. So they knew they were being recorded for a radio interview. Yeah. So, that
These
was
are 100% real.
That was kosher. So you're calling them up, and it was totally kosher.
It's a fail-safe.
Yeah. Well, they know they're being recorded for a radio interview. They just don't know it's under completely false pretenses.
That's it. That's how it works.
So they're agreeing for it. Do it, right?
We talked about the psychic crap last hour, and, this is
the Biscuit Show.
Froggy's phone call with a character that he does by the name of Biscuit. And the Biscuit dude is calling the Clamvoyant.
Yeah, he booked the Clamvoyant for an interview. This one also stars Don Stanley.
All right, not a clairvoyant, a clam, C-L-A-M voyant.
Yeah, that's right, DJ Skrizzle hooking it up. What's up? It's the Biscuit Show. Hanging out, my name is Biscuit, a former celebrity bodyguard, man. I used to work with everybody under the sun, players, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm hosting a radio show, and it's a very special time of the year, man. It's Biscuit's favorite time of the year because it's Halloween time, you heard me. And on the line, we've got a clairvoyant Are you there, sir?
Yes, hi, good morning.
It says here you a clairvoyant and some sort of psychic, right?
Yeah, that is true, yes. I am a psychic or clairvoyant. You could call it either one.
This is kind of crazy. I mean, it's perfect for Halloween, you know what I'm saying? Because you sort of creepy and mysterious and kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how the hell do you see in the future?
Well, you know, it's just something that I was born with, and fortunately I've been able to use it for good, I think.
Oh, no, listen, I was talking about how coming up we're going to have a psychic on the Biscuit Show, and we got some phone calls lined up on the air, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking maybe we could take some phone calls. You can give them some psychic advice. You know, is that possible to do over the phone?
That's absolutely possible. I'd be happy to do so.
So if you guys want to know your psychic future, call up the Biscuit Show. You know the number. We got a call here on line 33. Is that right, Scrizzle? All right, Ty, let me check it out. Line 33, it says Donald is on the line, and there's a string of bad luck. What's up, Donald?
Yes, hello, Biscuit. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Donald, like you said, and is the psychic medium there?
Yes, good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, I've got to be honest, I'm not so good. I'm calling because well, as you could tell, I'm an elderly man, and I've been having quite a string of bad luck lately. A few things. My grandson was arrested a few days ago, and he always helped me get around the house, you know, because I'm an elderly man, and now he's locked up, and it's really affecting me, you know. I'm really sad about it. And it's hard to get around the house. I mean, do you see any positivity in my future? Because I don't feel like there is.
Oh, sir, of course I do. You know, first of all, you have to realize that that's not a reflection of bad luck on you, something that's happening to your son, although unfortunately you are having to deal with the repercussions. But, you know, I'm getting a really great and positive vibe from what's going to be happening.
Really?
I would say that, yes, sir, absolutely. I would say you need to just focus your positive energy toward the next few days, and I think that some things are going to be turning around for you.
Wow, that's fantastic news because, you know, I live in a big 2-story house, and without my grandson around, it's very hard to get, you know, to be mobile. My rascal broke down a couple weeks ago, so it's very difficult, as you could probably imagine.
Sure, absolutely. Well, you know, take caution and care, but I think that as long as you start gearing yourself towards some more positive energy over the next few days, then I think that you're going to see some things majorly changing for yourself.
Oh, fantastic. You know, like, for example, like right now I'm trying to get down my stairs, and it's very difficult without my grandson here. So it's fantastic that you really see the future's bright for me.
Absolutely.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I have no reason to believe that there's anything negative coming your way.
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh,
Hello? Sir, are you there?
Yo, hello, man. What the hell was that?
Hello, sir?
Please, I fell.
Yo, man, I think you just fell down the stairs, man. What happened?
Hello, sir? Donald? Did you really fall down the stairs?
My legs.
Hello?
Please, I can't move. Help.
Man, you a fake-ass clairvoyant, man. I just had an old man fall talking to you about, and you saying he's going to have a positive future, and he busted his ass, and then what happened?
And then the psychic dude hung up on you.
Oh, I need to start going back into that book.
Just seconds early, oh yeah, the future's very bright for you. Then Donald falls down the stairs.
Oh, believe.
Told you it was well worth it.
Man.
Thank you for that.
Folks, don't forget, get your Powerball tickets. Yeah, take a $20 bill and light it on fire, man, because you're not going to win. But the Powerball jackpot for tomorrow night's going to be at least $725 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're getting close up to that $1 billion point again. So Powerball, $725 million for Saturday night's drawing. Nobody had the numbers on Wednesday night. What did you do? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday for Powerball, right? So it's hey, Fester, I saw an item. by any chance, were you in the cockpit of a Frontier Airlines flight recently?
I was, yes.
All right, because the headline is Frontier flight from Denver returns to airport after odor overcomes cockpit.
It was me. It was me.
That's what I thought.
Both pits and bits.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yes, I mean, I was getting it from both ends.
Oh,
I've never heard that.
I just made it up.
Yes. Speaking of armpits, there was a story that was floating around this week that I'm sure a bunch of radio shows did about some armpit expert that they're telling people that they're washing their armpits all wrong. So I passed up on the story because it's bogus. It's some dummy on social media that's trying to get a jillion views, right? So I passed on the story, and then people are sending me the item. Hey, MJ, you didn't talk about this person. It's just, this is no expert. It's no one with a scientific degree. It's just some idiot on, like, TikTok telling people you're cleaning your armpits all wrong in the shower. I mean, you don't have any background in personal hygiene or any kind of science. So, yeah, that's why I didn't do the armpit story. If anyone was, wondering why I didn't do it. Anything else before we get out? I can't believe you had the name of the sub place wrong, Fest. You hand me the wrong frickin' spelling.
Yeah, Mikey sent me a text. He said, "Screw you, Fest."
Yeah, it's Mickey's. Mickey's.
Oh, Mickey. I still said it wrong.
It's Mickey's. Mickey's Subs in South Tampa off of West Shore, south of Gandy. #1 cheap eats in the United States, according to USA Today.
Nice.
So, all right, folks, have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. And I'm all excited. The Cash Kitty continues. So the Cash Kitty's back in just minutes. So the Cash Kitty is back at 10 a.m., just 13 minutes from right now. And then again at 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., you're shot to win $1,000 every single time with our national contest. So, folks, Cash Kitty's back. I'm giving away rice makers from Zoji Rushi every day next week, Monday through Friday, on the MJ Morning Show. We'll see you Monday, folks, and let's be careful out there.